wise. Grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple eyes. You can't see me, you Stevie. Wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie and make it look easy. Man, dream on, yeah. Dream on, dream weaver. Dream weaver.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It is your boy Ernie the Blerd Without Fear. Got the homie Carter presents. Welcome to episode 287, not 7 of the Blerd Cave, the #1 comic book news stream on this or any other Earth in the multiverse that you can find not just here on these here YouTubes. You can also find us on Google, Amazon, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Timbuktu, anywhere you want to go, you can find us there. So make sure, if you do, make sure you leave us a rating. Helps us find more viewers and listeners like yourself. Man, Carter, we first, fuck the bullshit. Let's we're not of course, obviously, we want to we want to talk about these funny books.
Yeah,
but I gotta just go ahead and put some respect. Put some respect on this man, because this dude is out here. Some of you may or may not know. You out in Cali, and it is wild out there right now.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good right now. So I told him before we started this that I saw that was one of the questions this week. So we can go ahead and get that out of the way right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not in an area right now where I do have to evacuate. I actually do work in an area that's pretty bad though, in downtown. I called I didn't tell you about it until afterwards, and because I called you when I called you as second I was leaving, when I saw all the ash on my car, and I realized it was ash that was raining, and it wasn't dust hit me in the face. So I'm good right now. Thank you for that, High Chief. Carter is good. Glad you're safe. Thank you, Carlos. I'm safe right now, but I had a phone call from an old coworker that let me know where I used to work that's on Venice Beach. All those people had to evacuate. So,
oh damn.
And I'm close to Venice Beach. So don't knock on wood, even though y'all can't hear me knocking because Discord has that Soundgate thing going on. But I'm good right now. I'm good right now. I am so good, in fact, that I want to. But you got your evac bag ready? Yes. So anybody that don't know, Thursday, you all are watching Nerd Culture. Ernie and Robo got their interview going on. You all saw Ernie at some point in that show do this. That was me, because I had gotten the notification that my area had an emergency evacuation. So when you all saw that, that was me calling him to let him know I gotta get going. I gotta get ghost. So I got to move. So I packed the evac and everything like that. I'm on the freeway trying to get to a safe area where one of my partners lives. That's not in LA proper. And then I find out that emergency evac that everybody got, it was an error. It was a my bad. So that was a fucking Thursday, let me tell you.
This man went on an impromptu road trip.
Pretty much. There was a lot of unnecessary gas that was fucking wasted.
Oh God.
But other than that, y'all, I'm good right now. I'm good. I'm happy that I'm here with you all. But now that I got all that bullshit out of the way, I actually want to talk to you, Ernie, about something real quick. How are you doing, Carter? Well, I'll tell you. Moving the flames and fire and Elden Ring of downtown Los Angeles, getting that all out the way. You put out a video recently about the newest issue of NYX.
Yes,
Now,
I did.
I read the issue before I saw your video on it. Because a lot of times, if you drop a video on something I've already read, I don't want to watch it because I can just talk to you and ask you
Right,
about
right.
it. So I read the issue before I watched the video, and then I read it. I'm like, okay, let me see what he's saying. And I'm watching it, and you got to a point in the video where I absolutely did not like what I heard from you, and it was niggas fight for your freedom. And I gotta be honest with you, I didn't like it. I thought it was kind of childish on your part, just because not only did you make me choke on my milkshake I was drinking, you made me knock that motherfucker over from laughing so hard.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
So I said, okay. The more I'm watching this video, the more I'm watching this video, I said, oh no, this has been funny. So I screenshot several comments I wanted to read to you, because you told me before we started you have not went in them comments yet.
Nope.
So okay. So you know what? I'm gonna leave that one last. So I'm gonna leave that one last. Oh, here we go. So first one that I screenshot, because I don't know where that came from, because you talking about Colin Kelly and Jackson Lanzik. Now, I'm not going to say y'all name, because he can just go in the comments and see who it is. Because I'm not trying to get people to bother y'all. I just want y'all embarrassed. So the first comment here was saying, I don't know why he's surprised. Gail Simone and the crew been fake allies for a while. Now, that one caught me as strange, because I don't know what Gail Simone got to do with NYX and Colin Kelly and Jackson Lanzik. So that was the one where I'm just like, okay, well, how did she just catch a random stray of not being an ally? That's interesting. Second one I saw that I thought was fucking stupid. Look at everything Ernie said about the NYX issue and about Sync, about Prodigy. And then I saw this one. This one is more in the now because of what it references. This individual says, his name is oh yeah, I said I wasn't gonna say the name. So Dominic said, Marvel Rivals makes me cringe for this reason too. Saying NYX made you cringe, and Marvel Rivals makes him cringe. Because in that game, Cloak has a chain on his stock costume, and you have to grind / pay money to get a new cosmetic where he doesn't. Plus, he has pissy dialogue with Black Panther. And I'm like, okay, so your character is chained up, attached to the hip with a snow bunny, and aggro to another black character? Like, the game didn't have to do all that. Now, the reason I thought that comment was fucking stupid was because you clearly don't know anything about Cloak and Dagger, and there is a story around this game, and people have several voice lines toward other characters. And then you make the rather stupid as fuck comment of saying that Cloak has a chain on. He's chained up and attached to the hip with a snow bunny. The chain is on his arm, and it's the same arm that he does damage with. It's not around his neck.
It's around his.
It's not. Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. I got to hit the button on that dude. That he got to catch. He got to catch the button on that one.
Okay. We got another one. Now this is the one I was tripping off of. Ain't nothing like a successful black simp. You niggas with an H cry about everything. The silliest nonsense. Black on black is a reality in this country, and that is why you don't live in a black community. Stop victimizing yourself. That's clown behavior. Now,
there ain't nothing but niggas around here. There ain't nothing but niggas around. My time, most of my neighbors. Wait.
To this day.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Motherfucker who has driven to that house.
Look, I got niggas and Mexicans like to my left. And dude, let me tell you something. Am I right? It's only gotten, I don't want to say worse, but I'm going to say it's only gotten more niggerish because the motherfuckers who live like here, if I point this way,
Yeah.
there's a house. You know, that house is like to the right of my house. It's like kind of like weirdly close.
Yeah. I know you're about.
Them niggas have a block party every goddamn other night.
So this is not me telling y'all where Ernie lived, but I laughed the first time I went over there because y'all know how that cul-de-sac looked in Ed, and Eddie. That's where that's where he is. It's just a pack full of niggas. But okay, now I thought that comment. I'm like, okay, you ain't liked him for a minute, so I went and hit his name to see what other comments he'd have made on your stuff, and it all goes back to Malcolm X and Martin Luther King.
Did he still here? Dude, wait a minute. Okay, I'm gonna say something. If yo ass, no, go ahead. I ain't gonna say that.
I said when I saw that, I said, "Uh-oh, what he say?" And it was, of course, you aren't really with black people when you got a whole white woman that you married, dude. You see what I'm saying?
I know exactly who it is. I know exactly who. I just gotta say, I'm not this type of person. I actually think this type of person is pathetic. Yes. If a content creator says or does something that makes you so angry that you want to personally attack them, whether your personal attack is valid or not, if you keep showing up to that same content creator's content every time they put up a video just so you can say something fucked up, well, for one, thank you, because that's metrics right there. That's numbers.
Yeah,
so
views. Appreciate them views, Mr. Thompson 2352.
Hey, I hope you hit the dislike button on the way out because it does the exact same thing that the like button does. Boost my fucking video. Anyway,
there you go.
But also, yeah, but also the fact that you just keep coming back, I'm just like, bruh, who hurt you?
Some got your ass.
Somebody get out the sunken place, man.
And it ain't Robo. And it ain't Carter.
No, right?
This Blerd Out Fear channel. So some got your ass come back. Yeah. Okay. But last comment. I get what Blerd is saying, but from the story team's perspective, the fight between Prodigy and Sync is no different than Cyclops and Wolverine having another one of their pointless brawls. Fortunately or unfortunately, the story team didn't make the story through racial eyes. We can only hope the story team is being, in quote, colorblind.
Sorry. Sorry. Not sorry.
Those were only a sample that cracked me up when I was reading them. So I said, okay, I got to tell them. And I know y'all like to call me an instigator, but I'm not instigating none. I just want to laugh with the impending doom that could be coming my way one time. This shit was
oh, goddamn.
It's no different than Cyclops and Wolverine, but dog.
Oh, yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Look, hey, man, see, you just overreacting, Blerd. Look, man. Look, wait, first, so what you're saying is white on white crime is a thing now. You're like we are we officially making white on white crime like okay? If white on white crime is okay, then why are we look?
Somebody just made a comment about my dramatic reading voice.
Oh.
Same person. I get that black on black violence appalled Blerd, but putting that aside, it was just two people with opposing ideals punching it out.
So let me put some game on that. Two niggas who ain't really ever been in the same room with each other before, who have more in common than they don't. And I'm sorry, but y'all spent time on the same goddamn island. Y'all both came to that island, two dead Negroes. Y'all got resurrected on the island because y'all asses for goddamn sure weren't alive for the inauguration of the goddamn island. Y'all had to come in after the fact, after they done already had the parade with the fireworks and the goddamn pageantry and shit.
Good ass art for that. Yeah, that was some good ass art for that pageantry. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, it was. It really was. But the thing is, these folks, like, okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tell y'all the kind of energy that shit gives me. It gives me that same energy that motherfuckers was given when, remember we were talking about, some of those clowns before, with the Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Xavier Magneto video, whatever. Yeah. Them the same motherfuckers that'll sit up here and look you dead ass in the eye and say, Magneto is Malcolm X. He is Malcolm X. You just didn't read. You just didn't read the comics Blerd Without Fear. You don't know. You like you don't. You like to claim that you know so much about these comics, but you weren't really out here. Like you said you did research, but I don't think you really did any research. I think that you just made something up just so you can get some clicks. And I am here to tell you, gentle listener, gentle person, if you think for 5 seconds that this nigga right here, Magneto, I'm sorry, that wigger right here is Malcolm X. You cooked. Okay. You cooked. Found. I'm sorry. You can't. You see, if you see this dude. Hold on, wait a minute. No. Because I got Mo. I got Mo.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Mo. People get it twisted all the time. Look at this. Remember, we are Homo superior. We are born to rule the earth. The humans must be our slaves. That's not some shit Malcolm X would say. Just. I'm just saying. Look, okay, I tell you what. You know what? I want to go back to that colorblind comment.
Yeah.
If you think, even despite this dialogue, that Malcolm X should be properly attributed to being, first off, and I want to make something very clear, Magneto back in the 60s was not a revolutionary. He was not a freedom fighter. He was a fucking villain. Like, just straight up mustache twirling villain. He was snidely fucking Whiplash in comic book form. He basically did, like, the only thing he didn't do was lay a motherfucker across some train tracks, okay? And wait for the train to come and hit her. That's the only thing the motherfucker didn't do. He was literally a stock standard mustache twirling villain who had no gravitas whatsoever until almost 15, 20 years later when someone else, because y'all forget Stan Lee didn't write X-Men that whole time. He only wrote like the first 15, 16, 17, 18 issues. And the book was, and the reason why he wasn't on that book no more after that, because the book was about to get canceled. It actually kind of slick did get canceled. Because it was sorry. It was some slaw. But when Chris Claremont came along, and Chris Claremont has always been open about this, he did not base his version of Magneto, the one that y'all also wrongfully, I say y'all, I'm talking about these people, but because I know y'all are smarter than this. But these people erroneously attribute to Malcolm X. Chris Claremont's been very open about the fact that he based his version of Magneto not on Malcolm X, but on Menachem Begin, one of Israel's prime ministers. So, no.
Okay, now let's make it funny again. Let's make it funny again.
Yes,
This
let's make
is
it
the
funny
last
again,
one.
please. Let's make it funny.
This motherfucker goes by, don't ask me my name. I don't want to know your name anyway, just from this comment.
Oof, yeah.
So in your video, you made a comment toward Colin Kelly and Jackson Lanzig that you all are better than this. This comment says they are absolutely not better than this. We are talking about Kelly and Lanzig, aren't we? They're terrible writers, always have been, always will be. They're a cheap page rate and they get their work in on time. Kelly and Lanzig have never written a great story in Marvel or DC for that matter.
What? Look at that. Yeah, they've never written anything good. I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah, I don't know. Look, I also love how
I should have had your ass pull up Timeless right there.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, but okay. So I just want to point out something. You know what? Here, I'm glad that you said something about that, because here's the thing.
Yeah.
I know for a fact they are good writers. I know for a fact they are. You know why, Carter? Because that clay face that you are holding up as we speak. That clay face that you were quite literally holding up. And not only that, here, I actually want to go to something real quick, because you know what? I'm actually going to dive into the waters myself, just for a teensy-weensy bit. I actually showed something before I even went all in. Before I even went all in on them, okay? And I'm gonna play this. I want to play this little shot right here.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that part right there. Look. I want to pause this real quick.
Just add that right there,
Yeah. Leave that right there.
For Marvel and DC, never have they written anything good for Marvel or DC.
Like I'm not gonna lie. I look. I'm gonna say right now that comment. Man, dude, you died on that one, man. You died on that one. I'm sorry, but you are, man, you a lie and everything you say is a lie. Because look at this shit. I literally got it right here. Timeless, Captain America, Sentinel of Liberty, Kang the Conqueror, Captain America, Cold War. These were books that I thought were pretty damn good. Fun, I would even dare say. So, yeah, no, fuck out of here with that shit. You a lie and the truth ain't in you. Stop. That's cap. Like that's man, dude. I'm not gonna lie, man. You can't have the cap and the cope at the same time. I'm sorry. It's not. I don't advise it. I think it's actually, in fact, quite dangerous. I think it is, in fact, incredibly dangerous to be on the cap and the cope at the same time. It's dangerous business. It's like, dude, you wearing the cap and you doing this. That's cope. Stop it. Like honestly, no. I can't even, not just stop it, but like seriously, dude, get yourself like
Stop
hold
it.
up.
Get some help.
Like look. Get yourself fixed. Like, dude, oh my God.
I had a rehab center I would have recommended to you, but they had to evacuate.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I gotta hit him with this.
This is a sick Negro.
Like, dude, like every bit is like, I always find it funny. I always find it funny when motherfuckers like, they just don't get it. Like, they just don't get it. Like, they just don't understand. Like, goddamn, dude. I don't know, man. Look, y'all are.
There was so much in that goddamn. Y'all just don't. Black people understood it.
Yeah, just like, bruh. And here's the thing. And I even said, like, dude, this is how you know motherfuckers. Okay, I know that this has always kind of been like this joke, but I think it's real.
What's that?
I think it's real. I think that it's not just reading comprehension that people don't have anymore. It's listening. It's actually active listening comprehension that is just gone.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that.
I mean, it's just gone. Like, gone.
That gave me the laugh I needed this week. My regular adventure. See, I should do more hiking, and instead of me hiking, I just go to our Ernie video and look at the comments. I know we gonna laugh at.
Oh yeah, well, because
that's what I do.
Because it just be some silly motherfuckers. It just be some silly motherfuckers. Like, like motherfuckers, A, don't know how to read, or B, don't know how to listen, or C, both. And I'm sorry, but if that's your problem, you got to pick a struggle. You got to pick a struggle. I'm sorry, but like, look, man, I love how I can literally say, and this, like, okay, I remember I've actually seen people criticize me for this, and I think I even had a conversation with Robo about this when he was editing one of my videos, and even he had to come back and be like, now I see why you repeat yourself so much in your videos. And it's like, because don't get me wrong, I know I edit my videos. I know I repeat myself a lot. As a matter of fact, I repeat myself so much. Anyone who thinks I repeat myself a lot, like if anyone in this chat thinks that I repeat myself a lot in my videos, trust me. Yeah. You're actually seeing me repeat myself less than what I normally do in my videos, because I usually cut a lot of that shit out once I realize I've said something a lot of times. So I repeat what I say a lot of times because I realize why people love anime so much. And anime is about to catch some strays here in a minute, because anime repeats shit. They literally spoon feed you plot. They repeat names and phrases over and over again, so your ass will remember them. And they know that they have to do this to hold your attention. So that's why I do it, because I know it works. And even then, people still don't understand. For whatever reason, they can understand when the Leaf Village is said 3 times in a row, so they know where Naruto's home is. But if I say 3 times the exact reasons why this shit is dumb, y'all are like, nah, man, I don't hear that shit. What? Huh? What do you mean? I'm sick of that shit, dude. I'm sick of it. That's, look, like, y'all, like, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to, like, even, like, shoot shots at neurodivergent people, because shit, I might be slick neurodivergent myself, but I do think that people, I don't even think it's like a problem with neurodivergence. I think motherfuckers just weren't taught. I think motherfuckers just weren't taught to pay attention.
Who raised you, brother? Who learned you, brother?
Right?
Who learned you?
Like who? Like I need to know. Like man, I promise you. Like, I bet all these motherfuckers got soft spots at the top of their head. You ever like?
Who learned that? You know what? That's the name of the episode.
That's the name of the episode.
Who learned you, brother? Who learned?
Like you ever know? You ever, like, your parent? Carter, I don't know if you ever heard this in the South, but like. But I'm sure you probably have. I remember my granny used to always say, a hard head make a soft behind.
Yes.
So y'all got some soft behinds and some smooth top of y'all heads, because I know y'all got y'all's asses whipped. I know y'all got y'all's asses beat in.
Shout out to all of y'all that heard that, and for whatever goofy ass reason, y'all just needed to make sure. I know some of y'all rubbed y'all goddamn heads.
Y'all was like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Ooh, that part right there is a little. It's like, wait a minute, that part is a little. I think that shit is a little slick soft. I mean, I don't know. It's not Charmin soft, but but no, I guarantee you, it's some motherfuckers out there. It's some motherfuckers out there who the top of their head just Charmin soft. Like, I'm talking about just smooth as a baby's bottom.
Y'all went to the golf course with a football bat.
Look, out here looking like Charlie Brown out here in this bitch. But no, I'm just saying, look, shout out to some some ninja named Quinn. So the boys eating paint chips. I'm dumb. I'm telling, dude, eating paint chips. Look, eating glue. Something. I'm sorry, but look, I just gotta say it again. Look, please, if y'all are out here rocking the cap and huffing copium at the same time, if this is you out here, if you are this person, like you sitting here with the cap on and the copium, and you just like you holding the hat down to cover the soft part of your head, you go
Stop it. Get some help.
No, because you want them to stop and learn. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop you there so we can go ahead and get into what we're gonna be talking about today, because I don't want them to stop. Because then they would stop leaving comments on them videos that make me laugh.
Nah, you're right. Stay smooth.
Yeah,
Stay smooth.
No.
Stay smooth. You know what? Yeah, you're right. Stay smooth, brain. You know what?
No. Don't even put the brain in there. That boy says stay smooth. That is wild. That is wild for you to say. Stay smooth. Yeah, that might be the name of this episode on Spotify. Stay smooth is nuts.
Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? You know what? That's gonna be the new call out. Look, that's gonna be one of the normally everybody's got like a sign off. That might be one of the new sign offs.
You have to sing that with the Redbone track going.
Stay smooth.
Stay smooth.
Nigga stupid. Stay smooth. Stay smooth.
You gotta do it.
Hit that hot. Stay smooth.
Whoa, you went too far now. We need to talk about comic books. We need to talk about comic books.
Look, I was
Don't
having
you
too
hate
much fun.
motherfuckers do that when you driving? They just got to hit that Mary J. Blige note real quick. You see what he did? Y'all saw it. Quinn saw it. I hope he charge you more for these next couple pages. Everybody got to hit that Mary J. verse for some reason.
I'm just saying. You know what? I had already started designing. You know what? Fuck that. I actually did design. No, fuck that. I did design a Stay Woke t-shirt. I did. I made that a thing. That exists.
Mm-hmm.
That actually exists. So now I'm gonna have to make a Stay Smooth. I'm gonna make a Stay Smooth. I'm gonna make we're gonna have to make a Stay Smooth t-shirt. That's gonna have to. Because you know what? You're right, Carter. You are right. Your haters, because honestly, I'm kind of okay with having haters, because that lets me know that I'm doing something right. It lets me know that I got it. It lets me know that we doing good things out here. So you know what? Yeah, if we got haters out here in this bitch, cool. I am okay with it. As a matter of fact, here I'm just gonna leave a little something for y'all. I'm gonna leave a little something for y'all, and like I said, it's don't judge the looks. Don't judge the looks that I'm about to put in here, because like I said, it's just something I kind of slapped together in the middle of the night one night. My people on the Twitch side, you'll see it here in just a moment as well.
Ooh, it's folded.
Look at that. So
I hate the little shit like that is cute to me. Just the loading screen was the shirt getting folded. Like,
yeah, the shirt.
a little shit like that is just. Ooh.
I mean, look, it does exactly what it is supposed to do. You can get here. Look, let's fuck the dumb shit here. Fuck the dumb shit here. Let's just pull this up. I just want to show you guys what you're missing out on here. Look, you can get the Blerd Without Fear t-shirt. You can get that if you want to. But you can also get you a Black Comics Matter shirt. You can get that, and you can also get you a Stay Woke. You can get you a Stay Woke shirt. Matter of fact, here I want to pull this up. Also, just to kind of put you on game, to Stay Woke, because you're next. But see, what we do is we're gonna make a stay smooth because you stupid. We're gonna do that. I might even put the little Tekashi. What was that boy's name? Tekashi 6ix9ine, where he do the
Stupid. I'm not gonna let you get the chance.
We might even put that in the parentheses. That might be maybe that's what we do. I don't know. We might have to do that. Maybe that's what we do. I haven't really fully decided. But yeah, if you have a mind to do so, that's a thing that's available to you. There's going to be more shirts incoming. I've actually been kind of I think I made a joke yesterday. Not yesterday, it was Thursday. I made a joke Thursday about another shirt that's probably going to be incoming, and I think the next Patreon video is going to be you guys getting to sit in and watch me design it. But yeah, one of Carter's favorite memes, I know it is because I know he loves his meme so much. I'm thinking we're gonna because of the discourse with Bo DeMaio and his absolute disdain for black actors and whatnot, being white supervillains. He doesn't like that the white supervillains are being taken away from the white people. I think we're gonna do this one. I think this is gonna be the next one. I think we're gonna do a recreation of this. I think this is gonna be the next one. I think this should be the next one. What do y'all think? Y'all think should this be a shirt? I think this should be a shirt. I don't know. I think this should be a shirt. What do y'all think? Are y'all good with that? I'm just saying, Jasmine, you ain't shit. that on a t-shirt is, and I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this, truly diabolical. But wait a minute. What if I have him with the Green Goblin like cap like pulled to the side? What if I have him like that and have him brushing? What if I have him doing like the circular brush where he trying to get the waves on 360? He trying to get the tsunamis going. What if we do that?
I want to talk about comic books now. I'm gonna tell you why I want to talk about comic books now.
Wait a minute. I do want to point something out there real quick. Just real quick.
Yeah,
quick.
go ahead.
Just real quick. I gotta say this because if I don't say it, I don't know. I don't know if I would personally be able to bear it.
Uh-oh.
Sorry. But no, I think that when it comes down to like when it comes down to like the whole conversation, the whole conversation that was surrounding the Norman Osborn being made black in the what was it, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man show. What I thought was so strange about the conversation surrounding that is like, okay, well, for one, this is not canon. But at the same time, I can't help but feel, Carter, when I look at this meme, I feel like this meme is living rent-free in someone's head at Marvel. I say this because I just want to like look at that. Look at that. Just look at that. I think
I'm not looking at it.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm just saying. But anyway, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Let's, I want to pay it forward to the producers yeah, of the Blerd Cave. I want to pay it forward to the producers of the Blerd Cave because look, man, they're out here always, yeah, always just on that good time,
Okay.
For one, we've got A Jooks in them. Yeah, out here says, "What's good, gang? Finally catching y'all live on a Saturday. Hey, we appreciate you, and we hope that we haven't run you away with our foolishness, our black foolishness."
We haven't. He's been one to pop up in the Twitch stream every so often. So yeah, what up, brother?
Hey, good to see you out here. Out here with the $4.99, man, love to see it. We also got, man, Thomas DeWitt out here with the 5. Says, if the Krakoan era is/was a possible Moira reset, could inmate X be returned Matthew Malloy?
Ooh,
good Lord, that's a... Okay, you know what? I'll entertain this if for no other reason. I want to look some up. When was the last time that we actually saw that motherfucker? I want to see... I'm actually looking up this motherfucker's.
Ooh, I'm finna throw shade at a run that I'm a fan of.
Oh, do it.
I think Matthew Malloy would hit as a twist better than the Gene Janier did.
Man,
that one would be
okay, so the last time I actually have it here on good authority. Last time we've seen Matthew Malloy was 2015. So it's been about 10 years. So he about due. Yeah, matter of fact, February 2015. February 18, 2015. So if they want to make the reveal of who is inmate X, if it turns out to be a Matthew Malloy, then that would be like almost... It would be almost 2 on time. But yeah, his last appearance was in Uncanny X-Men Volume 3, number 31, February 18, 2015. So yeah, if it's a thing, if it turns out to be a thing, I blame you. I'm joking. I'm not blaming. I'm just playing. Okay, leave me alone. Also, Jasmine out here on the Streamlab side hit us with the 10. Right here, Bablam says, glad to see Carter's okay and safe from the fires.
Yes.
Yeah, we got him. He's safe. Firefly couldn't get him.
The one thing I will tell you that tripped me out about that whole thing, because it's very weird and it's very strange. I'm not a religious person, but I think there's something out there. Because the day all these fires and shit started, it was windy as fuck that day.
Oh.
So when I woke up that morning and I got in my car and I left, could breathe fine, went, got a cup of coffee, filled up my gas tank, drove to work. Soon as I hit an office and got out my car, all you smell is a freshly made ashtray full of Marlboro Red butts. That's all you was breathing and tasting in. So
damn.
Yes, I'm safe from the fires right now, but there are a lot of people who aren't. So my heart goes out to them. But yeah, we good.
Well, I can tell you right now that definitely not wildfire, nowhere even within a country mile of being as deadly. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, anyone who was concerned for me here in Memphis because we had a snowstorm.
I was gonna ask you.
Yeah, that was some bullshit. But no, it's fine out there. It's fine. It's just snow. There's no ice. They
kept talking about the snow was like 8-9 inches deep.
No.
I promise that's what I heard.
No, I'll put it like this. Maybe a couple of inches, maybe 2-3 inches. I know like all the schools are shut down because the schools in Memphis always shut down for that shit. But like as far as it being like, oh my God, man, everybody snowed in. Nobody can leave the house. Oh my God, it's the worst day ever in the history of ever. Oh my Lord. Oh my word. Shit. Man, look,
that is crazy.
Yeah, that shit was that was shit, man. It was not shit. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Like, okay, I saw a lot of motherfuckers taking pictures from like up on high and shit.
Yeah.
If you take pictures from up on high, that shit looked like the day after tomorrow.
Yes. All I see is Memphis motherfuckers all on my Facebook of like friends and family and shit like that. You'd have thought, man, somebody was Jake Gyllenhaal in that motherfucker.
Right? Like where the wind was chasing him like a horror movie monster. It was like
I haven't seen anything more fucking stupid than when the wind was chasing them. Can you imagine getting home from work? You cut your TV on, you just flicking channels, you randomly get on FX, you see Jake Gyllenhaal and them running for their goddamn life, and then they look behind them, and it's just the cold air hitting the goddamn wall and on the floor. That was the stupidest shit I've ever seen in a fucking movie.
Nah, Jake Gyllenhaal, that fool was running like he had the ball at the 1 and he had to run 99 yards with 10 seconds left at the end of the game. That's how that motherfucker was running and juking with the wind was chasing. And the wind was on his ass. The wind was on his ass like a strong safety, man. Do not play. But no. Mom was like, ooh. Oh, you'll turn this. Oh shit, I got you. Look, you remember that old? You remember like in the 90s that old like maze screensaver?
Yes.
That's how the wind was on his ass. I'm always like, zip, whoop, 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 zip, zip, whoop. It's like I'm trying to find that smiley face. But no, in all seriousness, shout out to the homie Michael DeFonte out here, aka Dr. Midnight, out here with the Blerd Club Silver. Also, man, y'all, pour one out for my homie Bone Factory out here, because this like y'all, if y'all, y'all want to talk about motherfuckers actually in some snow. That motherfucker showed me some pictures where that shit was the day after tomorrow. That shit.
Wow, y'all got Lexington steel inches of snow out there. Good Lord.
Look, okay, hold on now. Wait a minute. I'm gonna need you to stop, sir. I'm gonna need you to stop. That was too much. That was too much.
Somebody gonna thumbs down this whole episode.
Somewhere, some strange white woman is hollering.
Danger. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
Sorry, y'all. Sorry. I apologize. We ain't got no damn sense. We ain't got no goddamn sense. Y'all know how it is.
I'm sorry.
That said, fuck that. Yeah, it's the snow buddy crisis. That might be strike territory. No. We good. Because I'll just say corn. We'll just say corn and it'll all be fine. See, there you go. Yeah. Anyway, look, I said we were going to talk about the thing. Right? Like, we ain't never going to talk about these goddamn books. We having too much goddamn fun. That's the problem. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm good.
Relax, release. Whitley did it. You can do it.
God damn you, Carter. Okay, so here, the thing we're actually here, we're going to talk about here. The thing we're going to talk about here is a new issue of everybody's favorite cop drama. The Sentinels.
Yes.
The Sentinel series has made its return. And so wait a minute, I gotta ask questions. So wait a minute, we okay?
I know it was coming. I knew it because my mind went there too.
Wait,
boy.
So wait, you mean tell me we okay? We like all right. So y'all go look. How dare y'all put Cloak in these chains? So let me see. I want to see if y'all got that same energy. Y'all got that same energy for a whole Dr. Karina Ellis, a whole black and or brown woman.
Yep.
Out here chaining up the white man.
We were in the same library and grabbed the same book.
Man, I'm just saying, man. Look, y'all need to learn to love yourselves. Is what y'all need to do. That's wild, man. That's wild.
But
That's crazy. That's crazy. But no. So we got
issue number 3 of Sentinels.
Yes, issue number 3 out here. And
Or
I will
4,
just
excuse me.
4. Yeah, 4. Fo. But no, we got Sentinels, and the latest issue kind of made some reveals. I've done videos about the previous ones. I was going to do one for this one, but I'm be honest with you, I have been so busy lately, and I you know what? I'm gonna pull us back just a sec. I'm not trying to derail us, but I recently heard on good authority that enemy of the channel, Young Rippa, is retiring from YouTube. He said
his numbers must be going down.
Yeah, his subs and his numbers were going down. That's actually the reason why. That's actually the reason why. If you want to keep it a buck. But so the funny thing is about that is that one of the reasons he cited is it's so difficult to make comics and do YouTube at the same time. So I'm here to tell you. I mean, I can't really say 100% just yet, but I mean, you know, I'm trying to do that thing. I will say it is difficult. I'll co-sign that as much, but it can be done if you put out quality content. If you don't, then I would see where you might have your problem. But because of that, that means I have not been doing as many videos, which means that something that you're probably going to see a lot more on the Blerd Cave is, especially considering that like news has been kind of on drip feed lately. I think that we're going to kind of get back to just talking about like maybe if there's a comic that I did not get to cover with an actual dedicated video, we'll maybe do like a segment on the show where we talk about these comics, and then we might who knows, probably do these, like maybe do clips of those segments. I don't know. I haven't decided yet on that shit. We'll have to play all of this is however much hassle it is for me to do so. That is going to dictate whether or not that is the case. But that said, to get us back on brass tacks, the Sentinels. So the series, I know a lot of people kept saying that they weren't checking for because they didn't want to support a book about a bunch of cops, about a bunch of mutant hunting cops, which I also had a response to that, basically just saying that the X-Men are cops. They're cops. You're reading a book about cops. Most comics are about cops, whether you like it or not. Most of these people are out here dispensing justice, law, and order. Albeit while breaking the law, but they're still cops. They're still cops at the end of the day. Even if they don't want to see themselves as such, they are cops. But that said, I think this book has been low-key kind of heat. It's been introducing things and doing things that I think a lot of people were not prepared for, and those who are not paying attention to it, I feel like you're missing out. I do feel like you're missing out because it's actually a very solid story. But what's been going on lately is Dr. Karina Ellis, who is the most dastardly woman of color in the history of Marvel Comics. That woman is, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna say it. That's an evil motherfucker right there. She's an evil motherfucker. I know some of y'all saw it in the recent Uncanny X-Men number 8. Carter, you say you read that one, right? You say you read the that last part. Look, all you need to do is see this shit right here. Look at that shit. Look how she says muty with a hard E. She be putting a hard E on the muty. Be like, U-T? Like, damn. Like, I was like, bro, what is... Ooh.
I will agree with that. She's meaner than Amanda Waller for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they really want you to dislike this black woman. Like, please.
They said, please do not find her. Please do not find her.
They are
either
doing everything in their power to make this one of the most despicable black women at Marvel right now.
Oh no, 100%.
When it comes to the X side of things.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, look at this. I mean, look. Did I tell you to stop beating that mutie?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. That
brother. That's all it takes for racism. For your brother to get got.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying. Look. I'm just putting that out there. But no, to
It's
get
not
back,
about singling out the one mutant that did it. No,
no,
all of them.
all of
We
all
see
y'all got to go.
We see this in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles all the time. But yeah.
We got to. No. All y'all got to go. All y'all got to go. Everybody got to catch it. But no, I found it all pretty interesting though, because one of the things that has kind of been getting teased is that this Sentinel program is not going exactly the way that Dr. Ellis wants it to. Now, that being said, the main thing that's kind of been popping off is that these new Sentinels have been brought in that each have special abilities. These are all humans who have been negatively affected by various Marvel Comics events over the years, like Onslaught, World War Hulk, and all that stuff. Also, I just find it absolutely hilarious that I believe her name is Drumfire is constantly seeing Onslaught. Like all day, every day, seeing Onslaught.
When she was about to get that shot, and then she looked at the doctor, and the doctor was Onslaught, and she got ghost out there.
Bro, like this shit right here. Yeah, when she was like, "Excuse me,"
it reminded me because I saw the ending to that new Smile when the girl was on stage and the shit came out, and I saw that big screen of her just holler. That's what popped into my head when I saw this.
Be like, bruh. Man, like, but that's the thing though. That's the thing I kind of love about the series is that they find ways that to keep it interesting. Because like just the fact that like dude, like right here, she's literally like she sees Onslaught everywhere, and I'm gonna tell you right now. I think there's like, and I think I've said this in the past couple of videos. This is a way for them to kind of sneak Onslaught back into the conversation. This is a way for them to sneak that motherfucker back into the conversation. I promise you that. They even went as far. They even went as far as having that motherfucker show up. And here, let's go here. Having that motherfucker show up.
Okay.
I was like, we doing this. I was like, we doing this now.
Yeah, that shit on purpose. Is what that tells me. Xavier is an asshole. He was doing it on purpose. And they apologized like that was gonna smooth shit out real quick.
He's like, it was the only way I thought I could get your attention. I'd be like,
by bringing up some traumatic imagery for this child. And you know what? I'm actually happy you brought that up because I'm wondering if maybe the writer forgot that they said this. But you mentioned how these Sentinels, how they were injured because of other Marvel events and stuff like that. But then in this issue, Trask says that they're vets that had lost limbs and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of confused me. I'm like, did he forget what he said?
Well,
like over.
I think they still like served. I think a lot of them still served, but like they all still like their origin point is the it's those different traumatic events. But but then that ultimately leads to them like winding up in military service and then becoming gravely injured, then becoming a part of the whole shebang. I find this interesting because just everything that's going on with Charles right now, it does make one wonder. Because there's multiple things that have been happening in the Sentinel series that feel like, I don't know, they feel off, they feel kind of crazy a little bit. I know that some people have brought up because there's been various and sundry different books and things of that magnitude that have come out that have kind of played around with some of the I guess like the iconography and whatnot and what have you. But what I found interesting is that there was a carryover, and this is something I've actually been planning to talk about with the recent issue of Mystique Just because there's been some characters showing up doing things that don't make a whole heap of a lot of sense. The whole thing with Magneto in the previous issue of Sentinels number 3. There was a moment where Magneto shows up and just kind of starts wrecking the Sentinels and is actually directly responsible for one of them actually grafting, which is which, for those unfamiliar, it is a process that causes the nanotechnology that's built into these characters to take over them.
They're
Now,
becoming more machine than man.
Yes, the machine part is 100% taking over. But some of you, if you've been keeping up with the Mystique series, because I can't remember if these issues came out the same week. I just remember that, like, I had not yet read Mystique by the time I did my video for Sentinels number 3. I know that much. But I had wondered if, like, because I was like, oh, the Magneto that shows up in that issue, he's, he seems more young and spry and has full control of his powers and abilities. But come to find out that that same Magneto shows up in Mystique number 3. Not only do they show up in Mystique number 3, but we actually go back to that scene from Sentinels. There's a reunion with Fabian Cortez. There's the interactions with the Sentinels themselves, and it is then later revealed that the Magneto in question was Mystique. That it was not, it wasn't Max Eisenhardt proper. It was, not Joseph. It was not some, other random clone or like a life model decoy or whatever. It was just, Mystique doing what Mystique does. But I thought it was, pretty crazy when you consider the fact that, under normal circumstances, and I guess the reason why I think I initially was not checking for Mystique is, well, largely because under normal circumstances, Mystique cannot typically replicate powers. But we do figure out that, like, the reason why this is able to happen is because she gets a boost. She gets a boost from Fabian Cortez. Who, for those who don't remember, Fabian Cortez is capable of boosting the powers of other mutants, but it's also revealed in Sentinels number 3 that he's capable of that same power that we always thought was only useful on mutants. He actually can use that very same power to heal humans. It's actually something that comes up in that issue. There's a point where he's trying to heal this young human girl, and Fabian's actually being uncharacteristically altruistic, something that kind of popped up during the Krakoan era, more or less. And I'm here for it. I thought that was actually something pretty cool. I thought it was pretty cool. I dug it. But all that aside, when we get to when we get back over to all the other stuff that's going on here, we see that Fabian gets a hold of Magneto, or Magneto. Quotey fingers Magneto. And this is why Mystique is suddenly able to do shit she normally was not capable of doing. Under normal circumstances, Mystique is incapable of copying the powers of mutants unless it is something physical. Like, if it has to be like Wolverine's claws. She can replicate claws, but only because it's physically a part of Wolverine. She can replicate, though she has also been able to replicate like weapons and things of that nature too. I'll put it this way: if the heifer can synthesize some goddamn reading glasses, I think a sword is not that far out of the spectrum of possibility. But like, she can't replicate like energy-based abilities or anything of that magnitude. But that's why, like, Fabian Cortez gives her that power boost, and that's why that comes into play. But that said, the thing that I think is of maximum import, is that when we get to Sentinels number 4, and we saw that the grafting and everything had been taking place, we learned where the grafting actually comes from. Yeah. There's a point where Larry Trask, the son of Bolivar Trask, who, oddly enough, for a guy who created a Sentinel program, it seems quite funny to me, and I always thought this was funny, that Bolivar Trask had a mutant son. It was one of those things, like, and he's easy to forget about because he doesn't appear in a lot of comics, but he was a precognitive like that. Well, because at one point Slick got killed off. Like, he got killed, like, so, yeah, like, way back. Larry Trask got killed off. It was back in the old Avengers books. Them old, like, OG, triple OG Avengers books. And Larry caught that work. As a matter of fact, I think his last proper appearance was in, I think it might have been in the Avengers comics, if I'm remembering right. But basically, what it all ultimately came down to was that Larry had kind of changed his ways. He was initially kind of in league with his daddy, but then kind of got out of league with his daddy, and a Sentinel ended up falling on top of him and killing him. Which is kind of a nasty way to go out. Like, basically all the Sentinels, like, kind of turned on this one, and basically the Sentinel just kind of falls over and retires his jersey, as it were, as one would possibly imagine.
That's a hell of a way to retire your jersey, big dog.
Right? I'm just saying. I mean, it is kind of wacky and wild that that's a thing. But yeah, but the whole thing was that Larry, his whole thing is that he can see the future. So that's why when you get to this series and like he's wearing the medallion that basically keeps him from having all of his visions. It's kind of a thing for him. Like, so long as he has on that medallion, he does not, his power is inactive, which is kind of strange that that's a thing, because he's like the only motherfucker that has that shit. Not to say that people don't have anti-mutant power collars, but like he's the only person who actively wears one on purpose. But we saw something in a previous issue, in the first issue, as a matter of fact, and it was this right here, and I didn't really put a whole heap of a lot of thought into it. Like, I was just kind of looking at it, and I was like, you know what, that's the thing, okay, cool. He's showing off a thing that he has in his possession, a person that he has in his possession. I was like, man, it's kind of like Winter Soldier vibes right there. But I didn't really know who or what this was or what this was in reference to, but we finally got an answer to this. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, I'll pull it up a little bit bigger. This is right here is what I'm talking about. There was this character that was locked away in the stasis tube, and we just didn't have any answers for who this guy was, who he might be, what's going on with him, why is he being kept in stasis, and why is he essential to the Sentinel program? Well, now we know. The reason why, and it's actually kind of teased before the reveal is even actually made, is because we get to see old ratchet-ass Scurvy Phillips funky ass show up. Mr. Was it Scurvy Clarence Thomas Phillip himself shows up, and he makes a remark. He makes a remark here, and you know what? I want to. Can I zoom this in just a touch, just because I want to bring this. I don't know if I can actually hear. We'll do it like this. I want to zoom this in so y'all can kind of see what I'm talking about here. He makes a remark, says, we took a tissue sample from Voivod this morning, who, as I mentioned earlier, had become grafted. He says, we identified nanomaterials from both the Mark 6 and Mark 7A Sentinel models. Why do you think that might be? Interesting. Interesting this has happened. Well, the reason why is because some of you may not remember the series, and I'd forgive you if you did not remember the series.
Well, here's the thing. So several motherfuckers will remember this series because when I read this issue, I said, wow, the timing.
Oh,
we just got through talking about that shit on my Twitch stream.
There you go.
And about how people fucking despise this, what you about to bring. Yeah.
Yes.
So go ahead.
Yes. No. Okay. So what Carter is alluding to, there was a series that came out back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And it was by Sean McKeever and I always never really knew how to say his mother's name. It was like Udon or Udon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We're gonna say both of them. But it was a series that was just simply titled Sentinel.
Mm-hmm.
It was a title. It was called Sentinel. And it was basically Marvel's attempt at a retelling of the Iron Giant. That's basically what it was. It had almost the exact, like, I won't say the exact same plot beats, but they pretty close. That was Vin Diesel like a motherfucker right there. Like this little boy,
imagine the robot flying to his death saying Hyperion.
Bruh.
Not Superman, just Hyperion.
Just Hyperion. Bruh, that is, I'm not gonna lie, that is disgusting. That is so disgusting to me. But no, this kid, he finds the titular, not the legally distinct Iron Giant in a junkyard. He brings him back to, I guess rather, he stumbles across this thing and gets it in, I guess like it's his barn or some giant shed or some shit. And the Sentinel is basically, for all intents and purposes, decommissioned for more or less. He's gravely injured, cannot really recall a lot of its normal functions. And one of the main things that it cannot recall is his mutant detection function. That's one of the main things that it's lacking. But like over the course of the series, this kid Justin is somehow able to help repair him and help kind of slick reprogram his ass, and ends up using him to get back at some bullies and have a friend and all this other crazy shit. It's kind of wild. I might do a video about this comic itself one day, just for shiggles. But no, this is where this comes from. And for those that are wondering, okay, well, whatever happened? Whatever happened to this kid? Well, it's actually talked about. It's talked about in this issue. So we'll just kind of tackle it from that angle. But the main thing was that Justin and his pet robot Sentinel, they were a part of a little thing called Avengers Arena. And it was there.
Woo, boy.
Ooh, man, what was that not a time? Was that not a time?
When you said back in the day, it's like that damn Avengers Arena was back in the day.
It was a while ago.
Ooh.
It was a while ago. That I promise
think it was damn near if not close to a decade ago.
Yeah, no, you're 100% correct. You are 100% correct. 100% correct. 1,000.
Avengers Arena, bro.
Dude, Avengers Arena.
That was when I started seeing how horribly mean comic fans could be.
Oh man, you ain't lying.
Because of what got done in that book.
So okay, you know what? I don't even want to talk around it. I don't even want to talk around that shit. Let's just real quick. I'll say, for those, I know there's some of y'all who already know what time it is, and I apologize for making you have to relive these.
For real, Black Phoenix, I despise despise Avengers. Man.
I understand. No, Avengers Arena was a it was a series that I think some people will probably remember for all of the worst possible things about it. But I'll bring this up, and just because I think everyone should see this at least once in their life. The reason why I think it was so easy to fucking hate Avengers Arena, just in and of itself.
We ain't really seen Dennis Hopeless since then.
Dude, you know what I just thought about? Yeah, actually, we really have not. But like, this was the cover of Avengers Arena. If it looks familiar, it's because it's basically Battle Royal with the serial numbers filed off.
Literally.
Actually, they ain't fuck that.
Literally.
They didn't even file this shit off. Them motherfuckers, it just is. They just didn't
put it at Walmart. They put it at Dollar General. Ain't nobody really gonna watch it like that, because if it's at Walmart, we get sued. We put it at Dollar General, everybody can get that.
Everybody can get it.
With some Doritos and some Funyuns real quick.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was the thing. So, and I see Screwface just brings up, too, talking about how the Avengers Academy kids got done dirty. That was the thing. So, yeah, this was a series where all those kids that you were used to seeing in Avengers Academy, all of them were getting knocked off. All of them were getting knocked off. Oh, I think only a handful actually came out of it alive by the time it was all said and done. Some of you will probably remember, characters like Nico from the Runaways. I believe she was there. Hazmat, who that's really where I think the Hazmat kind of. I mean, technically, Hazmat kind of came to their own through the Academy or whatever, but this was kind of where they really took off as a character. We also had Wolverine, Laura Kinney, Wolverine, in this bitch. And there were some other characters, but pretty much everybody in this motherfucker got iced. Death Locket. Yep, Death Locket was there. But that's where a lot of those characters come from.
Arcade was involved in this.
Yes.
And Arcade was actually the one that killed Justin.
Yes. As a matter of fact, it's actually kind of I say alluded to. It's not really alluded. They actually show the
you see Murder World.
Yeah. Motherfucker said, "Yeah, baby, they got his neck. His neck was unceremoniously broken, and apparently his body was merged with his Sentinel. So the grafting and everything that we're actually seeing going on in this comic." Yeah, I think I even said in the previous video where I was talking about how, I wonder if this is like the phalanx or like some kind of techno-organic virus, because it kind of had the hallmarks of it. Like, you see, because this is some nasty work right here. I ain't gonna lie. This some nasty shit right here. I just want to I just want to go ahead and put that out here. Justin Mason, who I believe is the artist on this, I'm gonna need you to go get some help, pimp. This shit is gross to look at. I just want to put that out there. But yeah, this is why all this stuff is happening. This is why all the all this craziness, the grafting of the Sentinels, why they're all starting to turn, and it's even kind of hinted at towards the end. These characters, they're all kind of breaking rank. They're all kind of breaking rank from the program in their own ways. Drumfire is freaked out because of the PTSD going on with the whole Onslaught stuff. And I forget, I think it's Shellback? I don't remember what the poor woman's name is. Sawtooth. That was her name. Sawtooth is running around with a Voivod who is kind of, I guess in a sense been liberated.
He got to go somewhere. Yeah, he got to go somewhere. That scene with him in the cell where his human skin had come off.
Yeah.
And That was nasty.
Oh yeah. This shit right here was wild. This shit
that's
right here was
flesh
wild.
y'all see up there.
Yeah. That is meat. that is the meat. And to be fair, it's all because of for those who don't remember, because just to go back to the Mark the Mark 6 and Mark 7-8 Sentinels. The Mark 6 was the main Sentinel that Justin had during that series, but I think it was like they did like a relaunch of it after they kind of had told their full story. They did a relaunch where they came back with another like 5 or 6 issues, and in that, another Sentinel model, and this was one that had like stealth capability, could actually turn invisible, could do all the shit a normal Sentinel could do, but could also turn into the goddamn Predator, have thermoptic camouflage or some Ghost of the Shell bullshit, and showed up and put some hands on the Mark 6, and eventually at some point they got merged together in the middle of all that. That's why all of this is going on in this issue. But yeah, it is like personally for me, I remember when the original Sentinel series came out, and I actually slick forgot about it until I remember the series just so much in the sense that I knew it was a thing, but I just didn't recall it very well until I read this 4th issue of Sentinels and they brought it back. Carter, I've said a lot, man. How did you feel about them referencing this old Sentinel series?
You know what? I wasn't even thinking. I was laughing that it was getting referenced, but I was really tripping at the fact that they referenced Avengers Arena.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because, and hopefully this will make Black Phoenix feel better, because he said that in Avengers Arena, Metal got blown up, and he was so pissed about it. This is the second character where they were killed off in Avengers Arena and have recently been brought back because or referenced, I should say, because Justin wasn't brought back. We see Justin in a goddamn just tube jelly, just still getting experimented on. Yeah. So Metal is back. He was brought back in the Avengers Academy series that not a lot of people know fucking exists because it's an Infinity comic. It is currently on issue 28, I believe. It's one of those Marvel voices. I'm actually shocked they actually did a full run, but that speaks volumes that they couldn't do a full run to print. They had to do that shit on the Marvel Infinity stuff.
Yeah, but, those are the books I feel like they don't have any faith in. I feel like that's what they. Yeah. I'm not trying to be dismissive to anyone who does work for Marvel Infinity, but I'm just gonna be honest with you. That's what that always felt like to me. Is that. Yeah, you just putting this shit out. You don't got no faith in this. This is
and it's a super it's Avengers Academy, but LGBT. It's focused a lot more. I think Metal is with Hazmat in that book, and they're the only straight couple in that book. That's where you Kid Juggernaut, Kid Immortus, and all that. But I was more so shocked that we got another Avengers Arena reference in a book.
Dude,
that was more so what I was leaning at. The Sentinel series itself made me laugh because I actually owned one of those books, because at one point, I don't know why Marvel thought that this was a smart thing to do. They would release a book not as a trade, but as the digest size, like you all see with the DC Compact Comics. They would release volume 1 in that digest size, which is what I had. And then I see that they did another series, but it was in a hardcover. That looks disgusting on a fucking shelf. So I didn't even buy it. I was pissed.
I honestly don't even blame you.
So yeah, I was more so tripping off the fact that Avengers Arena got referenced, but I'm still laughing at this evil crippled man that's apparently an Omega mutant. They are putting a lot into him. They want him to be the next big thing, crutches and all. But I will say I did enjoy the issue. I'm wanting to see. I don't know what technology that Amanda Waller 2.0 was using on old boy that was starting to graft and then turned him into look like some shit off Callisto Protocol. But,
oh yeah, you talk about a lockstep.
yeah. I'm wondering what they used to turn him into that, because she lets it be known to him that
yeah.
there is no cure.
Nope.
You grafting whether you like it or not.
Oh, 100%.
So we might well just go ahead and do this. Basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was an interesting one. I'm not gonna lie to you. When you said you wanted to talk about this book, I was actually happy because I read that issue just off the cover alone because I said, bro, what is happening? I can't even be happy or laugh at this because this bitch is evil. But
right,
that cover had me tripping just seeing that on myself. So,
well, I just think it's wild that Dr. Ellis is a piece of work.
Yeah,
she put it on Scurvy Phillip, and then called him a mutie.
You know what? If you go back to that final issue of Raid on Grey Malkin, where you realize that he did it and knew it was going to happen to him, and knew how he was, and still did it. And then I see her with the podcast and shit, so I'm like, oh, so if Joe Rogan was evil and trans, he'd be this bitch,
right? Like that's like you see that shit, you like bruh, like she. Like, okay, it's like, well, yeah. Man, I was like, bro, what is happening here? Like, what is going on?
Yeah, just to go back to him, just like knowing full well what was going to happen every time he did it, and he did it anyway. So it was funny because it seemed like in the Raid on Grey Malkin, because I read that first.
Okay,
and it seemed like they're trying to get you to like feel sorry for him, and he is in some kind of position, and then you go to Sentinel, and like, no. He's an evil prick too.
Yeah, no, he ain't shit. He's 100% not shit. He's like here. I want to go back to. Let me pull that scandalous motherfucker back up. Yeah, you look at this shit, like that dude knows precisely what he is doing.
Yeah,
precisely what he is doing. Like he knows. He knows. You can't. Like you cannot provide cover. You cannot provide cover for this guy. You cannot provide cover for this guy.
I feel like he would be so easy to beat though. All you gotta do, kick the crutch out from under. Wow. Wow. Whole event over with. Raid on Grey Malkin did not take 4 issues. Wow. Just get him out of here. We didn't need to see pages of him and Xavier having a mental battle or not to just kick.
Like just Rogue just would have walked up and went, Kloop. Well, he'd have broke. I'm just saying, but I mean, yeah, I thought it was all pretty wild, and I like here's the thing, I like this book. I actually think it's one of the better. I think it's actually one of the better, like From the Ashes books that isn't like the main, like one of the main titles, because because for one, it has a definitive end. Like it's this. I think it's only got one more issue, and then it's done. It's wrapped up. And I also like the fact that like it's not trying to make you really even like any of the.
It is not.
Yeah, the Sentinel characters. Like it's not. It really ain't. Like I know there were so many people like that kept saying, "Oh man, they're gonna try and make me like some mutant killers." No, they're not really trying to. I mean, they do remind you that these people are human. Like, there's a point. I think we talked about this in the video for 3, but Lockstep is trying to protect his ex-wife and his son from the Maja. Criminal organization, because his ex-wife borrowed money from them and now they're going after his family, so he goes after them. And I mean, and also how, while technically he does the right thing to protect his family, how he doesn't want his son to see him the way that he is. And even to the point that they make it pretty clear that his son is not anti-mutant by any stretch of the imagination. That his son is a whole, like, something that we kind of talked about on Nerds of Culture, no longer having allies, but accomplices. You need accomplices out here in these streets. And I actually appreciated that his son was like, not on that Rox News bullshit. But yeah, I'm down with it.
I felt bad for him too.
Yeah.
When she came and picked him up.
Oh, yeah.
She know where you live. Yeah, your family finna catch it.
Oh yeah. Well, it was wild. It was wild because like he thought that he was like he thought that he thought that he got away. He thought that he was in the wind, and it was like she was like, "Nah, man, we got a low jack on you, pimp." She was like, "We got a low jack on you. You gonna get got."
What had you not got in that car? Little man for the catch.
Oh man, please believe that little boy. I mean, I say little boy. He a grown ass kid. But but like, yeah, I was like, if you wouldn't have gotten in that car, pimp, do you know how fast your family would have got sent to the upper room? Do you know how fast your family would have got sent up out of here? Yo shit would be done. Like, I mean, and once again, I just want to point out, like, his kid, clearly teenager, you damn near grown. But I mean, yeah, Dr. Ellis, look, let me put it to you like this. Dr. Ellis is perfectly fine experimenting on actual wolves and dogs to make those little those hounds that she likes to use. So yeah, you think she ain't gonna light his house up? Oh, that's light work. If she'll put a motherfucker in some chains, lighting up that house is light work. Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just putting that out there.
But overall, I enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, no, it's good. Like I
didn't expect it to be as nasty with all the meat and blood and coming off of them because they turned into goddamn robots. But yeah, it was solid. That was solid.
Oh yeah, no, it was very good. It was very, very, very good stuff. And I guess real quick, I just want to kind of shift gears just for a moment because we do have some stuff I want to take a peek at. We got over here on the Streamlabs side.
Streamlabs. Yeah.
Or really more specifically the Twitch side, actually. We got, man, I am Gregor D out here just gifting. Just out here, the gift that keeps on giving. Just hooking folks up. Gifting out 5 tier 1 subs. Man, out here just keeping the dream alive. Man, I love to see it. Thank you. Yeah, that, like I said, just by the way, y'all, just want to put this out here. So I have an idea. You know, Carter, you and I, we talked about this before with the Venom stuff that's going on lately. You know, all the Venom shenanigans that are popping off as of late. And gold Venom is a thing. It's a thing. Gold Venom is here. The all new Venom. They didn't put all different in the title. That motherfucker's here. He out here and doing his thing. And what I find of note, and it's something you and I talked about, because what was the thing that you and I kept going back to on this book before it had ultimately released, seen the light of day. Kept talking about how, man, they are really out here. They are really out here trying to make us believe that one of these 4 motherfuckers, whether it is Madam Mask or Luke Cage or Robbie Robertson or Rick Jones, one of these 4 motherfuckers gots to be the new Venom. Got to have some Venom up in them. Sorry, I couldn't resist. I apologize. They want you to believe. And here's the thing. What I find really funny is I'm going to tell Marvel something right now. And Marvel, I want you to understand this all comes from a place of love as we talk about this, all new Venom #2. I want you to understand something. I want you to bring it in. Come a little closer. Come a little closer. A little closer. Y'all can go ahead and just tell us who it is, because we know who it is. Y'all just go ahead and tell us. Y'all just go ahead and tell us who the new Venom is. Stop hiding this shit. We know.
I thought this shit was so corny when this issue starts with Venom just like giving folks hands. That's right.
Oh yeah,
like just ass, just doing work. And then we cut to a scene.
Oh, and then there's this shit.
That was so cartoony. I couldn't help but laugh at it. I wasn't even mad at that.
Oh no,
that was funny to me.
I giggled when I saw this shit.
But you go from that to like, okay, they still not gonna tell us who it is, and then we get in a room with all of our suspects of who could be Venom. So it's like, okay, so whoever just got there late is the one who did it. Mm-hmm. But no, they make it a point to let you know. Robbie came in late. Luke came in late. Rick came in late. I was like, Al Ewing, you being a fucking cornball, bro.
Well, no, it's not even that. It's not even that. I want to point, because here's the thing. It's not just that. I want to point to something specifically that is said in this panel.
Mm-hmm.
Because you just said, Robbie's like, yeah, I'm sorry I'm late. Luke like, I just got here myself. And then here comes this nasty motherfucker right here, Rick Jones, talking about some. And I also have no alibi for the last half hour.
So corny, Al Ewing.
Out of here, dude. Stop.
That's so corny.
Stop.
That's so corny.
Stop. Look. Can we just go and say it's Rick? Can we just go ahead and say it's Rick is being way too obvious. He is being way too obvious. He is trying way too hard. Like, you know what he's doing? He's doing that shit like, yeah, man, I don't know who it could be. Wait, I got. Oh, man, you got something in your eye? No, I was just saying, I'm not.
I don't see.
I'm not the new
Robbie or Luke Cage having the split-second thought of eating a goddamn bomb. I don't see either of them thinking outside the box like that, as opposed to a goofy motherfucker like Rick Jones.
Yeah, no, there is no fucking way. Yeah, it's Rick Jones. Can we just go ahead and accept it? I think we just need to go ahead and accept it. Can we all just go ahead and accept it right now? That it's Rick Jones. I think I don't remember exactly, because I've slept since then. I don't remember exactly what the fuck I said in the video I did for it first, but I'll just say this much. I think that Rick Jones is like so fucking obvious that it's not even funny. Like, it is so obvious it's not even funny. And here's the thing, and knowing how Al Ewing is, because Al Ewing, he is a historian. He's a historian of Marvel. He knows all the deep cuts. He knows all of the deep cuts. He is like, look, let me put y'all on game about something. Let me put y'all on game about something when it comes to, you know, the greater Marvel Comics universe, and, you know, all the things, you know, in relation to that. Al Ewing, for as much as I made jokes that Al Ewing is so ready to get back to writing a brother again after that Venom War, for as much as he is so ready to do that, for as much as he is itching, absolutely positively itching to do that, he's also more than ready to tell some stories about some motherfuckers you ain't heard of in a long time. Case in point, in this issue, we get the return of the Death Throes. We get the return of the fucking death throes. Brother, my brother in Christ, what are you doing? Why are we trying to make, I'm not saying Al Ewing, obviously. He's not trying to make the death throes a thing again, obviously. But I mean, who else would put the death throes in a comic? Who else would do it if not Al Ewing? Who else?
I'm feeling like this is like full Al Ewing, Immortal Thor, Immortal Hulk, Al Ewing, and not Al Ewing sometimes, Ram V sometimes, Al Ewing sometimes, maybe this month, sometimes. I feel like because you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Who thinking about them?
Right.
In a serious, in as serious as it can be with Venom eating a goddamn bomb, but come on, man. This is Al Ewing. I'm liking this. I cracked up.
Also, can I just say, man, look, I got to pull this shit up. Oh, wait. Go back. Here we go. Right here. Heave ho. Heave ho.
Mm-hmm. You just let it breathe for a sec right there.
Heave ho.
That's her name, man.
That's
Don't
her
worry
name.
about it, big dog.
Yeah, I mean, and had the nerve to have the cheeks on display as she says her name. Lord. I'm just saying. I'm here for it. I'm 100% here for it. But no, the thing is, I just want to kind of go back to this. The fact that, Rick Jones just keeps pointing out the painfully obvious. We're all thinking it, right? Venom was just now in action in Times Square, according to my phone, and once again, none of the three of us can verify our whereabouts. And also, I just want to point this out too, because I just think it's fucking hilarious. Because I know it's not me. Stop. Rick, stop.
Okay. Let's do this. Because it is Al Ewing. But this is also comic books.
Yes.
We have the list of suspects that Venom could potentially be.
Yes.
And they're making it really fucking obvious that it's Rick. But then at the same token, what? Because I'm not saying it's Paul, but it's there could very easily be some kind of swerve coming. We have seen and read this shit for too many years. No, now I'm not saying it's Paul for sure. I'm just saying, there's gonna have to be a twist because it can't be that on the nose, right?
I don't want it to be, but man, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. If it's Paul, which by the way, that would be Marvel doing the nastiest work.
That's when you know they read no line, they doing that shit on purpose.
Yeah, that's on purpose.
I'm saying Paul because I'm not saying Paul is Venom. What I'm saying is we see a list of suspects, got your ass. It ain't none of them. It's this person. I'm just giving you all Paul as an example. I'm not saying Paul gonna be the goddamn whole new Venom. Although if he was Venom and he hadn't put hands on Dylan yet for the way Dylan is running off at the mouth, you a better man than me, big dog.
Bruh.
But I'm just saying there has to be a swerve. It has to be somebody that we not thinking about.
I really hope that you're right, because I mean we get to this point, the end of this comic, where Venom pulls up. By the way, Dylan Brock is sneaking off to look into who could potentially be the new Venom. There's a point where he's looking at a news story that I'm gonna pull up here. There's a point where he's looking at this news story. And by the way, man, can I say, this face down here on the bottom, bruh, that is the nastiest Dylan Brock face I think I've ever seen in my life. That face needs to be banned from ever being drawn again. I don't ever want to see that face again.
That face needs to be banned, but that face also needs a fist right in the middle of it for saying, how did you all fall for imaginary kids? I don't give a damn how bad you like Paul.
Yeah.
Just coming from a parental standpoint.
Oh,
like,
we'd have to fight.
I know y'all would have to. You would have to choke shit out of that little boy. The sleeper ain't there. The robot ain't there. Fucking Normie is in the goddamn Avengers Academy book on Infinity. So you have free reign to choke the shit out of this little boy.
Oh no,
you do,
dude. Child Protective Services would have to be called because no, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way the story ends without him not going out on the stretcher.
Yeah, but I feel something has to be up with him because he is acting extremely out of character for how Al Ewing wrote him last. He's talking crazy, and then when he's looking and trying to figure out where this new Venom sighting is, as you all can see on his crack screen ass fucking Samsung Galaxy, he looking through the window at Venom fighting, and he's calling him a traitor. So it's almost got me thinking, like, is that a symbiote that's just under the guise as fucking Dylan Brock? Like, what is going on with Dylan? You know what? I'm happy Ben Loudly said that. Evil Macaulay Culkin. You remember that goddamn movie he was in?
The Good Son.
Dog.
No, that is him. That is well, you know, because remember during I think it was during Absolute Carnage. I think it was Absolute Carnage was going on, where they had that oh god, they had that tie-in where he was acting a whole monkey. Kind of similar to what he's doing now. Kind of similar to what he's doing. As a matter of fact, here, I'm gonna pull this up. If you go back to the Absolute Carnage arc, I'm almost positive it was Absolute Carnage. Because I don't recollect it being anywhere else. But I remember there was one where, dude, I was about ready to fight that little boy. I was like, we gonna have to scrap. Or actually, shit, it might have been King. Actually, you know what? Now I'm thinking about it. I don't think it was Absolute. No, because you know what? He was still likable then. So you know what? No, it wasn't that. It had to have been in what's his face? It had to have been in King in Black, man. It had to have been in King in Black. Now that I'm looking at it. But point of the matter is, whatever the hell it was, he was acting good and out of pocket in that too. But then like you get to this, and you know, he's acting a whole monkey. You know, like I said, we got this shot right here. And by the way, I just want to point out the reason why the warehouse and the you know, what he's looking into, the reason why it is so relevant is because it's supposed to be a place that used to be owned by Madame Mask. And I do want to point out, we do not see Madame Mask.
We don't.
Any this issue.
Could Al Ewing make you care about Madame Mask?
No.
In a Venom book?
No.
Not even Al Ewing, big time.
No. But well, no, and I know about the no. It's not the it was not the Al Ewing Venom run. No, it was not the it was still, this is when Donnie was still writing Venom. Like that's I'm trying to tell y'all. It's not, this wasn't Al Ewing by any stretch of the imagination. But I'll come back to it here in a moment. But there's a point where something happens and Dylan practically confirms that it ain't Luke Cage, because there's a point where the all new, all gold Venom gets shot in the head. And we all know that if Luke Cage were in the costume, he would not have to move or open up his skull to let a bullet pass through him. It would just bounce the fuck off of him, symbiote or not. So it then begs the question. It is someone who clearly is not as tall as Luke Cage would normally be, and someone who, if they got shot in the head, it would probably kill them. I would even go as far as to say you could also make a case that it's not Madame Mask either. Because Madame Mask, her mask is largely impervious to a lot of shit. So, yeah, there's that. But it's in this bottom shot where Dylan's like, so it's not Luke Cage. And like they're gonna kind of slowly drip feed this shit out. They're gonna slowly drip feed this shit out. That's what they're gonna do. That's what they're gonna do.
So at least you all know when this comes out in trade, don't even buy the first one. Just wait for trade number 2 out. Because apparently this whole trade, you ain't gonna know who Venom is until the very last page of that trade. Your ass to spend $17.99 just to have to get the reveal on the last page. You might well wait till volume 2 comes out.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you. I would never. But no, I'll definitely say this. Say what you will about, say what you will about, what's going on with the all new, Venom series. I'll say this much. Is it fun? Yes. But is it annoying? Also, yes. Also, yes, just really so much in the sense. Oh, by the way, I found it, and I just wanted to remind y'all. So remember they used to do those Web of Venom series back during the Cates run?
Yeah, I remember those.
They literally had one called Web of Venom, The Good Son. They literally had one called Web of Venom, The Good Son. I actually remember this.
Who got let go off that goddamn mountain? Who got let go?
Right?
Was it Normie or was it Dylan? Who got let go off that damn mountain?
Right? Well, because like the whole issue, it was a little one shot. And the whole time it was like Noel was like manipulating Dylan over the course of the book. And Dylan was being a rank dick to Normie. He was being a whole asshole and a piece of shit to Normie in that one shot. So yeah, it's here. I want to see if I can actually find it. Let's see here. Here it goes. Yeah, right here. Boom. This is it right here. It's like you look at this shit here. As a matter of fact, I want to take it here. I want to take it here because I want to zoom in. Look at it. Look at that little evil ass.
He said Dylan acting like a league player.
Man, right? This like the only thing he ain't say is that he fucked your mom. That's the only thing he didn't say. But yeah, like this is but yeah, it's like, dude, look at this guy. And the whole time he's acting a whole fool. Like he's getting little Normie. Normie out here trying to live a better life. And this man out here trying to get little Normie in trouble. Man, I ain't gonna lie. This book made me mad to motherfuckers. I said it was rightfully titled The Good Son because it was quite literally this. Like I was like, he was acting just like this little nasty motherfucker. He was acting just like this little bad bastard. But yeah, no, that's that was what I was talking about earlier. It was the Web of Venom one shot. Web of Venom, The Good Son. That was the
this is movie for y'all that don't know. That was Problem Child, the R-rated version.
Yeah. That was like, what if he actually was actively trying to kill the robbers, the wet bandits, or the sticky bandits by the time you get to the second movie? Like, well, what if he actually was trying to send him to the upper room? What if he was?
They need to reveal it in 3 or 4, if it takes a trade, then oof. No, you getting a trade, big dog.
Yeah, you get a trade. You getting a trade. You getting a trade. You may as well go ahead and accept it. You get a trade.
This is a whole arc they doing, big dog. You might as well wait until issue 6 to get. Okay, now we know what it is. Now we can see what the big story is about the whole thing. Sorry, Rexu.
Yeah,
you got $17.99 to spend, big fella.
Oh yeah, man. Look, well, because okay, I'm gonna tell you what they do, and this is how Marvel typically works, and this is what I've learned just based on learning how a lot of like kind of following so many writers, like studying their writing style and also the writing style of other people. Here's the earliest you're gonna get the reveal. 4. It'll be at the end of 4.
Okay.
It'll be at the end of 4. And I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Because while I don't think Al Ewing studies at the school of Jed MacKay writing mysteries university, I think that Al Ewing would pick something that, like, if it was not any one of the if it was not any one of the 4 people that were like as I said earlier, like if it did turn out that it wasn't Madam Mask, we know it ain't Luke Cage, but so we can skip him. But if it wasn't Madam Mask, it wasn't Robbie Robertson, and it ain't Rick Jones, it's gonna be some motherfucker that probably, I don't think Al's this nasty to do this, but I know if it was Jed MacKay, he would do this. He would probably, like, kind of like what he did, go back to that Vengeance of Moon Knight series where they had the reveal of who was under the mask. It was like all the shit that like would have made the most sense. No, did not do it. That motherfucker picked a character who literally had not even shown up in the entire fucking book. Like, it ended up being the Shroud. And for those who don't remember, the Shroud was a character who had only appeared in one issue of Moon Knight that Jed MacKay was writing prior to this, and it wasn't even in a scene where he was even doing anything. He was just sitting there chilling. So I don't know. I don't think Al Ewing is that nasty. I don't think he'll go that far with it. But I do think I do feel like they would have I feel like what they would have done is it's not any of them. I don't even think it should be Paul, honestly. Because I feel like, because here's the reason why I say I don't think it should be Paul. I don't think it should be Paul, not because I don't think it would be good. It's because, man, sometimes leaning into the meme does not always pay off. Because I don't know, unless you got a particularly good writer. Like, if you get somebody who can actually write a fire-ass story about why Paul is the new Venom, cool. But here's another reason why I don't want that to be the case. And it's because when you put out a solicit and you say, hey, this is going to be the thing, this is what's going to happen, the moment that you put out that expectation that it's going to be one of these, like you say, hey, there's going to be a new character, and who could it be? And you say, and I don't mean like you're just kind of like like you're like saying, ooh, I wonder. But like when you actually say that it's going to be one of these 4 people, and it turns out to not be any of the 4, then I find that incredibly scummy. I find it scummy just largely because it feels more manufactured, that you like this mystery doesn't feel organic. You basically set this up to get people sleuthing about, oh, I wonder if it could be character A or character D or character C, only to find out that it's character G somewhere off there, character X somewhere off in there, and you only did because you wanted to get people looking somewhere else, because you knew that if the other character that was there, it would be too obvious that it would probably be that character, or people just wouldn't be as interested. I mean, you could take your pick there. I don't like that, because I feel like it's a manufactured. Well, I mean, all mysteries are manufactured, but like it's a poorly manufactured mystery.
I mean, we know the House of Ideas has a lot of manufactured bullshit in that. I mean, we just got Marvel Voices #1. I'm just saying. And at that point, would it even be in Al Ewing's control?
I don't know. Because sometimes because what they do sometimes a lot of times they'll have these people pitch forward. A lot of times they'll just already be like, hey, we want you to do it, so you're gonna do it. And sometimes editorial has some kind of say or sway over it. I read a thing very recently where a lot of the stuff that is happening and from the ashes is, they're ideas that the writers came up with, but they're also working off of notes that Tom Brevoort gave of what he wants to happen. And they're just kind of working within the confines of those notes. So I don't know. Like, I wonder, like, if Marvel's like, hey, we want you to tell a story that reveals an all-new Venom, but it has to be one of these 4 characters. Or if it was, hey, we want you to tell a story about an all-new Venom. It doesn't have to be any of these 4 characters, but we want you to tease that it's one of these 4 characters, and then you can just make up whatever bullshit you want after the fact. I don't know what the deal is going to be there. But I just know this. I don't want to see it be Paul, and I really hope that it doesn't become some random character we've never met before. I will tell you a possibility that I do think could happen.
Well, before you do,
go ahead, shoot.
You don't want it to be Paul. Gillis Mo was out here with 1999 to give you another possibility. He said, "Is it possible that Chasm is the new Venom? The symbiote did want to be with Peter, and Ben is close enough. No, the all new Venom. I think it could work and fix all the crap with Ben these days. So, first off, yuck. Okay. Second of all, I don't know what it would really fix, because I think you have to remember the Hallows Eve of it all. If with what they're doing with Ben right now, wherever Ben is, that young lady ain't that far behind. So if it was Ben Reilly as the all new Venom in his current state, I don't know, man. I think that But go ahead.
We also know Chasm is going to be hanging around for a while, because it's already kind of been hinted that he's coming back for to he's giving Peter a break for now, but he is not giving up on taking Peter down.
Yeah.
And this guy seems like, and the thing about Chasm is,
yuck.
He's not as goofy as this Venom is. Is one of he can be goofy, but he's not as goofy as this Venom. Like, he wouldn't eat a cannonball. I don't think he would. To go back to the cannonball, I can't let that go. But yeah, I will tell you what I think it could potentially be. I think it could potentially be there is no new host. That's what I think. I think there's no new host.
Unlimited route, and it's just him.
It's just Venom.
I mean, so that's actually funny you said that, because it goes back to the phone call I gave you about the Agent Venomnibus coming out. And the reason that's funny is because if any of you all read Venom Space Knight, even though he was still what's the word I'm looking for? His host was still Flash Thompson. In the Space Knight book, he had learned to basically form himself without the need of being near Flash. Because Flash had these cybernetic limbs that were made for him to do stuff, and then Venom himself could go off and basically they could tag team stuff on some like Lethal Weapon kind of shit. So that could very well be he didn't know to do that.
Yeah. Oh, as a matter of fact, and the thing is, and we know there's precedent for it just even outside of Space Knight itself. We've even seen in the Donny Cates run that that Rex,
Whole symbiote.
He was a whole symbiote. The actual Rex was dead. The symbiote was just pretending to be him, because we saw where I think Eddie had shot him, and like his head got blown off, and it came right back, and it was just the symbiote. Not to mention, Carnage recently. Carnage has been walking around without a host for the most part.
Yeah, only reason he had a host was because the other people, they didn't. This is gonna sound so bad. They didn't hit as hard as Cletus.
Right,
And
right.
he made Cletus. He created Cletus. So yeah, that could be. That could be.
Yeah, the like the carnage that we've been
But
seeing
you know
walking
what?
around. Yeah.
Then here's a question for you. Before you sing that stupid jingle and we move on, with everything that you just said about it being and what people in the chat were agreeing with you on, if they're doing this, it could be this person, this person, this person, this person. Psych is this person over here. Would you still think it was corny if it ended up not being any of them and it was just the symbiote? Would you still
Just
think
a
that
little
was kind of
bit.
a cop out? Okay.
Yeah, I would take it as a cop out, honestly. I would take it as a
Okay.
like. I mean, if you wanted to, like, I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I think the idea of Venom just not having a host and just 100% being the guy, period.
Yeah.
I think would be great because it would be, and that's kind of another thing too, is that, because they've been kind of hinting that this Venom moves like Venom, but is not like Venom. Normally is the Venom has changed. That it seems like Venom's doing a lot of different things that are kind of reminiscent of of previous versions of the character. Yeah, so I think was it on this page, I think, where this comes up, or it might have been this one. Yeah, here it is right here. Let me pull this up for y'all. It says right here. It says a little Spider-Man in the mix there. That's true of all Venoms, but it does throw me off. Even so, I could swear I've seen whoever's inside that symbiote, and recently too. Makes one wonder. So yeah, there's that. And this is, for those who don't know, this is a professor who specializes in the study of Spider-Man and Venom. Like, he has encyclopedic knowledge of every host that Venom has ever had and every era of Spider-Man there ever was. So that's kind of the setup there. But I feel like, yeah, it becomes silly on its face the moment that we start trying to the moment that we start trying to say, hey, this Venom, that is all new Venom, is all new, all different Venom. He's somebody specific. And then we do not deliver on it. I don't like that kind of advertising. I don't like that kind of advertising at all. I think it's disingenuous. I think it's in some ways predatory. And I don't like using the term predatory, but I mean, that's the one I'm going to use. I find it a little predatory because I'm going to promise you, there's lots of people who I have talked to who were hyped for this series, not just because they're Venom fans, but because of the possibility that it might be Luke Cage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think it's predatory. I think it's very predatory. Also, thank you, Gearless, for that 1999 super chat. We have also got another one here from this is the return of the space cowboy with fiber. Gonna hit your soul. Gonna put a devious thought in y'all's mind. Paul is the new Venom, and I know Dylan would be more pissed than he is now. Have a good day. Well, I mean, here's the thing.
That'd be funny. You talking all this Cash Money shit about him, and
he just popped shit out your ass.
You've been looking for Venom. He been standing right next to your ass the whole time.
Whole time.
Yeah.
I would holler. I would fucking holler if that were the case. But at the end of the day, Venom number 2, all new Venom number 2, I think it's good. It's just that I see the writing on the wall. Y'all. I think there's gonna be a lot of people who are not gonna be happy with this outcome. I don't think I'll be unhappy. I actually think that, because here's the thing, Al Ewing is a very different class of writer. I don't think he's gonna pull the okey doke. Like if this was Jed MacKay, he would do it. He would do that shit. He would pick, like he would tease you that it's one of these four motherfuckers, and then would pull the most obscure shit you ain't even thinking about and be like, haha, got your ass. But yeah, I don't think that's going to be the case with I don't think it's going to be the case with this Venom. And I don't know. I feel like yeah, I think honestly, I think it's Rick Jones. I think it's Rick Jones. That's just, if it was Robbie, I would think that was cool to some degree. But I don't know how sustainable that would be. Like, cuz I don't know. I like Robbie's never really been like main character energy. He's always been like the stalwart support system. It would be nice to see him step out of that. Yeah, put some I mean, we can put some respect on him. We can put some respect on him. But like, man, you know what? That's gonna be wild having AARP Venom out here. Like
now we move on. Now we move on. He just did that brother so dirty.
Look, I'm telling you right now. Can you see his face saying, "We are Venom"?
No.
Or no, wait. Or he'd be like, "We are," and then come out, "Venom." No, we're gonna try this again. We are Venom. Like that. Yeah. Could you imagine that, Carter? Could you imagine that happening to a black man?
No.
Sorry, y'all. Or what if he tries to get Hood? What if Venom tries to get Hood sound hard? Be like, and Robbie's like, "We are Venom." Like,
that boy said, "We are Geritol." Yeah, we need to move on. We need to move on.
Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I guess, you know what, we got, well, I mean, we're actually not doing bad. We got one more to talk about. This one, I don't really have a whole heap of a lot to say about. I'm actually going to be talking kind of more around this book than I probably am anything else. And that's largely because, like, I actually thought it was, did you get a chance to check out the new Aquaman?
New Aquaman? No, I did not. If I can keep it a band with you, the last time I read an Aquaman book was probably that same Jeff Johns omnibus I bought you.
That's fair. Well, I'll say this. I can tell you this much about it. This book is your standard issue number 1. I'm actually not very familiar with the writer on this one, Jeremy Adams. Jeremy Adams is a bit of a new one to me. And I probably should have done my due diligence on this. I apologize ahead of time, but that's how you know that this is how we do things here. But to my understanding, Mr. Adams, which, by the way, why is my phone like being weird right now? Anyway, apparently,
according to LP3, apparently he's writing the Flash book right now.
Wait, he took over Flash? I thought that was Cy. I thought that was Cy. I thought Cy was on the book, or did he get off the book?
That's what I'm trying to see.
Did Cy get up off the book? Well, I see that he has written some issues of Flash. I don't know if, I mean, it's the current logo, so maybe. So Cy off the book.
Issue 16. No, Cy's still on the book.
Oh, okay, Cy's on the book. Okay, I was about to say, maybe he wrote a backup story. Because I know, like, I was about to say, because some of the stuff that I see here, actually, let's do this. Let's not live in ignorance. I'm on the actual official DC Comics website.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah, let's not live in ignorance here. I feel like he might be writing backup stories or something, or maybe doing like assist on stories, maybe. But like, I was going to say, I was pretty positive Cy Spurrier was still on Flash last
Adams
time.
Okay. Wild 3620 just said Spurrier is on Flash. Adams is in Green Lantern.
which is weird because I thought that Philip Kennedy Johnson was doing Green Lantern. Or did he get off the book?
I know the John Stewart book finished.
Yeah, well, no, he was doing both. He was doing both regular and War Journal at one point. But either way, point of the matter is, it doesn't matter because I don't think I've actively read much.
And yeah, I can confirm it for you. Jeremy Adams is writing Green Lantern right now.
Okay, so he must have taken over for Philip then. Okay, so there you go. I haven't read Green Lantern since. I'm sitting here thinking about it. Right at or around Absolute Power. So if he took over, I don't know if he took over then, maybe I have. Here's the point. Aquaman has new powers now. Do you want to know why, Carter?
Why?
Because he lost his powers during Absolute Power and never got them back. As a matter of fact, he has very specific powers. He has his wife's powers. He's now got that aqua boogie kinesis going on right now. That man has got the powers of his woman, Mira, and Mira has been teaching him how to use them because he's not as familiar, which I actually find kind of funny considering that I remember a particular point in time where Aquaman did have some aqua kinesis, some hydrokinetic abilities in the past. Remember when he had that weird ass water hand and
Yes,
all
I
that
do.
shit, and he was sending tidal waves and shit. But yeah, no, now he's a legit waterbender. He's a legit waterbender. He's back to being he never really stopped, but he's going back to doing his duties as the king of Atlantis. He's trying to save the day on the regular because he's now part of the all new, all different Justice League Unlimited. He's out here fighting the good fight, doing all the things that you would expect an Aquaman to be doing. But now he's got a new power set that he's got to learn. And this is actually par for the course for a lot of different characters in DC Comics. We know the Martian Manhunter has also lost his powers. So that's gone. He does not have his powers anymore. He lost them during the course of Absolute Power and had been keeping it from the Justice League, something that we saw brought up in Justice League Unlimited #2. Which they did that. But here, this issue is just largely about that. And what I found very interesting about it is just that I actually kind of like how DC is kind of leaning into the fallout of Absolute Power, where, a lot of the different books or characters just trying to, figure this shit out. Like because that was something I was actually afraid of, is that when they did the whole thing, we're like, oh, you're gonna have different powers now, and you're gonna not be able to do this.
Waterbending.
Yeah, man, he's out here. He's out there, like just doing all kind of random shit. Just out here making hell. This shot right here is just absolutely wild. In and of itself, to me, this man's literally using tidal wave to catch the plane. Look at this shit. Wait, I want to enhance here. I need to enhance. Hold on. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. This man's like, why he got the Aang eyes? What's going on here? What's going on here? Why does he look like he getting ready to give Zuko that work? What's going on here? I have a lot of questions. But all that aside, the issue that I think is going to be of import, something I think is actually probably more important than anything else that's going on in this comic whatsoever, is that the Justice League have gotten wind of some chicanery that is going on in this issue, and so too has Aquaman. You see, there's a certain point in the issue where after Aquaman has been doing his checks and balances, trying to do his kingly duties, trying to ensure that he hears out the good people of Atlantis, but also help save the world, a pearl is brought to his attention. Now, I don't have a whole lot of frame of reference with this pearl. It's actually something that is from another series, in regards to some of the sidekick characters that's going on right now. However, what we do know is that pearl is ominous as fuck, because after Aquaman comes back from, doing his thing, fighting the good fight or whatever, he returns to find Atlantis is gone.
Namor would never.
Man, look, Namor literally sitting here right now be like, wouldn't let that shit happen to me though. Look, he's a look, he hit him with the Hadouken and said, well, I'll catch you later. He said, you want to come to Talakon? he's like, you want to come to Talakon? I mean, you can come to Loken and hang out with us. But you can't be king. You can't be king though. There'll only be one king. I'm the king. So, but I mean, you can chill here on the couch. We'll put you up for a little bit, while you homeless.
You gonna be sitting on that shit like that previous panel you had up? Just can't do nothing. You gotta see this motherfucker in movies. You getting recast. Don't even know who you is yet. Damn.
Man.
But okay.
But yeah, so and that's the kind of the other rub here, is that the only thing that remains is this pearl. This big ominous pearl is the only thing that remains in the wake of Atlantis disappearing.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. What I will say about this book, and what I find kind of funny about it, is that it's not really the most like crazy wild thing that you'll ever see in your life. It's definitely, it's fun. It's got some good some good shenanigans. It basically it's like a solid reintroductory comic for Arthur Curry, if for whatever reason you're unfamiliar, or if the only thing you have to go on is some whack-ass Aquaman movies. That's all you got, or those jokes about the Super Friends. If that's all you got for Aquaman, I think this book is a good stand-in for that, to kind of maybe wash the taste of those things out of your mouth. But one other thing that comes up in this book, and it kind of is setting up what is the greater end game. It's the greater end game for the for the DC Comics universe. We know that Darkseid allowed himself to get clapped so he could ascend, get outside of the normal cycle of things, and be all powerful and change his destiny. Well, we know that he is on the rise. He will be returning. Eventually, there will be some crossover between the Earth Prime and Absolute universes and all that good shit.
Mm-hmm.
However, there's a point where Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, they're taking the pearl, try and figure out what the fuck. Because they have no idea. They have no idea what this is. They have no idea what this thing even represents. So they decide to take it back into the ocean and unleash it. And it turns out that it is effectively a gateway. A gateway that could potentially lead somewhere. They find this apparently, when Marvel got rid of Krakoa, for whatever reason, DC said, bet. So they find this Krakoan gate just chilling underwater, and they say, hey, man, that's wild. Where'd this come from? This is crazy. Man, is this... Instead of Krakoan, it's going to be a Crocaean gate. It's going to be a Crocaean gate. And Aquaman is going to take this nasty pearl and put it in the Crocaean gate, and it transmogrifies. It almost explodes with energy.
Okay.
And the hope is that, well, if this pearl snatched Atlantis, well, maybe it can take him to Atlantis.
To where it is. Yeah.
That's the hope. But here's the problem. When Aquaman rushes off, because he's got to save his people, he's a king. He can't let Namor stunt on him like that. Namor already on the come up. He already got a better version of Atlantis in the MCU. He already putting a stomp on motherfuckers in Marvel Rivals. He said, I can't just sit here and let this man, this motherfucker with wangs on his feet. I can't let this man sit up here and stunt on me like this. I got to go save my people. What do I look like? So he runs off, but as he does in the explosion of energy, what is left behind is one of the most ominous signs that anyone could see in all of DC Comics. And it is the symbol of Darkseid. The Omega symbol. That is what remains in the wake of what was the portal when Aquaman rushes off into it. So basically,
Absolute Aquaman coming soon.
right? Oh my
Well, okay
God.
then.
I mean,
Okie dokie.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty into it. Like I said, as I was sitting here, kind of just thinking about it,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you know what? Is this book like just lights out on fire? Just like, oh my God, so hype. I'm not like running out the comic shop talking about some bruh. Man, did you read that? Man, you read that Aquaman? Aquaman is cold in the motherfucker. No, I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that, having read this, I'm like, you know what? This is actually pretty good. This was pretty good. I think this might be the best I have read of Aquaman in a while. I think I've gone on record to say my favorite Aquaman, and I know, I know, I'm a part of the problem. I am. It's me. I'm part of the problem. Okay. But I just want to say that yes, the best Aquaman for me will always be this right here. Did my Aquaman. This right here. This the only Aquaman I recognize. Until they make Calder or Jackson Hyde or whoever the fuck Aquaman on a permanent level, that's my Aquaman.
Mm.
So that is what I had to say about that. However, I can also say that depending on how this series runs, maybe this could be it. Maybe this could be it. I want it to be it. I hope that it's it. I hope that the series, continues to deliver good, solid, storytelling. I think that the changing of Aquaman's powers is going to be interesting in so much that technically he shouldn't really know how to, I mean, he should know how to use them, but for whatever reason, he doesn't know how to use them because DC continuity is so fucking weird. It's always, well, we had to reboot the universe, so all that shit that y'all read before don't count no more. Well, actually, we rebooted the universe, but we brought back the old universe. So now both universes, even though they are kind of contradictory to one another, they both exist in the same universe. All that history is shared. Okay. And then give it another 10 years. We're going to get another reboot. Oh, yeah, by the way, we're completely rebooting all that old shit and the new old shit. That don't count no more. We're doing something different now. They'll do that shit eventually. They'll do the new 52 again. Just give them time. But I'm hoping that that this continues to go well. I like it. I like Aquaman with this power set, though I will say I hate that it came at the expense of Mira's powers. Because I'm not gonna lie, I want to go back to this image and Carter, I know you saw it when I first pulled it up, but you look at Mira, man, she looked mad in the motherfucker right here. Look at this shit. Hold on. She's like, man, Namor would never take my shit like this. Knew I should have went with Namor. Damn.
Aquaman.
Man, right? Aquaman. I see you around. You ain't shit. But yeah, I mean, look at this shit. She like, ain't this about a bitch?
That's what that was.
Yeah, did bang, what? It's like, man, this motherfucker took my shit. Like, dude, I was colder than he was, man. Okay. No, Arthur, you good? You good? No, that's okay. Anyway, I'm gonna go call Namor. I'm gonna go call Namor right quick. I'll be right back. But no, I liked it. I do recommend it. I do recommend it. I will say I have to be kind of careful about some of these though, because yeah, I don't ever want to give away too much of some things like that. That's why I was kind of being cagey about the things that I'm saying about this book, because I didn't want to accidentally say some shit I ain't supposed to. But yeah, look, man, Shadrack, you ain't lied, man. Mira is still catching it because of Amber Heard, and now she got it. Dude, she like first Amber Heard, and now this. First Amber Heard, and then you got to do this to me. She's like, I hate it here. I bet you when Arthur come back, she ain't there no more. Or she might be gone. Actually, no, she's gone with Atlantis. But when he get there, how much you want to bet? I'm actually here. Let's play some bets. How much y'all want to bet with now when Arthur done gone through that portal? I'm a holler if he wind up in a universe that look just like Talakon. And all the motherfuckers doing this shit. He done go to, what if he in the absolute universe? What if he fucked around and found himself in the absolute universe? And the absolute universe, Aqua folks, they always doing this. They're like, when he show up, they like he roll up to Atlantis, and he be like, oh man, my people, I'm back. I found y'all. We can finally go home. And they look at me like, home? We are home, baby. We here. We started at the bottom. Now we here. How much y'all would have bet they do that shit to him? I promise you. It's gonna happen. Listen, wait, Jasmine, you ain't shit. Mira might find her own Paul. Yeah, and his name's gonna be Namor. It's gonna be Namor. I promise you. It's gonna be Namor. Or no, his name's gonna be Namor. Aquaman. Y'all ain't shit. IGV shit. Got teleport to the Namor verse. Man, ain't that about a bitch? Hey, you know what? Hey, who the fuck is it? That makes Marvel Rivals. Y'all put that as a Aquaman reference, as a line that Namor can say. He's like, welcome to the Namurverse. The Namur. I love like the Marvel Rivals is like, oh yeah, no, we call him Namur around here. He is Namur. He was always Namur. He always had the Spanish lover boy, the Lothario vibes. Yeah. He was always that man. I'm here for it though. But yeah, go check it out. I actually highly recommend it. I think every book that we have talked about thus far, I do recommend. Aquaman and Sentinels especially. But I guess while we're talking about books to recommend, Carter, do you have a recommended this week?
Man, this one, you know what? I'm gonna do something that is out for all of you all already to enjoy.
Ooh.
Because I have been enjoying it myself. I've been on Asgard duty the past few weeks. Because I told you all I'm about to finish that Kieran Gillen Journey into Mystery. I'm finishing that up. One thing I did not know was it had a crossover with the New Mutants. I never knew X-Man was with Danny Moonstar's team. I never knew. But
yeah. Okay, it took me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That was during that was all during Utopia stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna recommend Donny Cates' Thor.
Woo!
This was something I actually picked up 3 trades of this from my shop when I was getting Ernie stuff. That'll be a funny story I'll tell you all about.
I can't wait.
But I saw, if any of you all play Marvel Rivals, you're gonna see a Thor costume that says the Herald of Galactus.
Yes.
And I'd seen the costume. I enjoyed the little bit that I had read of Donnie's run, but then the omnibus came out, and then I wanted the omnibus, but then I was like, nah, not really, just because he didn't really finish that run. It was Tarun.
Tarun Grunbeck. She was the one that came in.
Yeah,
she came in. It took over.
Yeah, she took over the book after Donnie Cates' accident. So I was in the comic shop. I saw 3 trades that were on a stupid ass price. So funny enough, Ernie, this was supposed to be on the shelf, but somebody had grabbed it and put it with a pile of the Thor stuff. And the chick, when she was ringing up yours, she actually just gave me this one for the $5. So,
bruh,
yeah. So I've been reading this Thor run from Donnie Cates, and I have 3 trades. The first 18 issues. It's 35 issues if you are so inclined to want to know that.
Yes.
But dude, that book is fucking good.
I was very good.
That book is fucking good. I'm at the point now where they're doing all the Donald Blake stuff, and that was actually a question I'd always wondered, like, what happened to that dude? So, man.
And they're kind of addressing it now, sort of, in the Immortal Thor stuff. But like, man, I wish, I don't know if Al is working off of any of Donnie's notes or anything like that. But they kind of did this thing where they kind of kept hinting that Donald Blake was going to come back, and then he just never did. Like, he just kind of stayed in the wings. Like, he was.
So one thing I can tell you. So Al was doing some of the Thor shit because that book came out when him and Ram V were doing Venom. Yes. And when Donnie had to get taken off the book, it wasn't just Tarun. It was also Al Ewing that was writing some of those issues. So maybe that's what he's pulling from as well. Don't know. But yeah, dude, just seeing if you were a fan of King Thor in the Jason Aaron stuff. Now we actually have a King Thor proper with the Galactus buff. Man. That stuff was good. Nick Klein's art is fantastic in it. Another reason I actually was really happy I got that Thor run is because there's some stuff in the Galactus arc where he breaks Beta Ray Bill's hammer. He breaks Stormbreaker, which leads into the Beta Ray Bill book I got back there that I got. So that was another reason I was happy to get it. But yeah, dude, if you're a fan of Thor, if you're a fan of Donnie Cates, I would tell you for sure those first couple of arcs, because it went on. I didn't even realize that shows you how time flies. He was on the book for 3 years.
Yeah, no, he was. Yeah. Well, and the thing is, when Tarun came in and took over, it was at first, I will admit, I almost didn't notice. At first. But I think what actually made me pay attention to the fact that she had taken over was the fact that because like the Banner of War stuff, that was kind of pretty much where Donnie's run comes to a close.
That's what I plan on going to get today. Actually.
Yeah, because Al Ewing comes in at 27.
Okay.
Al Ewing comes into issue 27. And I think he does 28 as well, I believe.
You just helped me on what trades to buy.
Yeah. And then Grunbeck comes in on 29. Her run starts at 29, and then she closes out the book, because that was like where they were doing like the here, and I don't know why I'm not showing y'all this. Just okay, so here's the deal. Here's the deal. So the Dark Off stuff that y'all are talking about, because I think I actually did a video for this part. This was this right here. This was issue 27 and 28 of Thor, and I think it did kind of bounce over into the Venom stuff as well, if I remember correctly. But it was here at 29. This is where Grunbeck came on, and she stayed on the book for the remainder. For the remainder of it. We also got a there was this one as well. this is where we got the annual that was the lead in to the Immortal Thor stuff. Like this was basically like all like how Thor got his hammer back. Because that was kind of a thing a lot of people, because I know the whole broken hammer thing, all that stuff.
And look who wrote it.
Man, look at that. Man, ain't that about a bitch? Colin Kelly and Jackson. Dude, I thought they didn't write anything good.
Unplaying like a motherfucker. And Jessica Santana, I am not telling you that you need to start playing Marvel Rivals. I'm simply telling you, saw a skin in there that reminded me of a run that I wanted to go get, and I got the run for stupid cheap. That's all I'm saying.
Because that's the costume. Like this right here, this is the costume. This is the and it's cold as fuck. Like I actually was kind of mad that he went back to the old Destroyer armor stuff, or not Destroyer armor, but like that old kind of like like that old classic Thor bullshit. But I was like, all right, whatever, you do your thing. That said, no, that's it. That's a fantastic. I need to get that Donny Cates Thor omnibus. I need to get that.
Well, they got it.
They still got it at the shop.
Do you want Rat Queens or do you want that Thor?
Man, I'm not gonna lie, man. Give me, man. But see, I'm trying to be supportive. Man. I might say, fuck it, give me both of them. I don't know, man. I got some money. I got some heavy money that's about to go out the pocket here in the next couple of weeks. I don't know. We might have to revisit.
You know what?
We might have to revisit that one.
You know what? Fuck it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we'll revisit it when it happens. But I will say this: what we are definitely going to be revisiting is this $4.99 super chat that came in from my homegirl Maddie Ray Gunn out here. Says, sending some love out to y'all. Your review of NYX this week was great. It really encapsulated just the weird what the fuck vibes I felt reading it. Thank you. Maddie is out here. By the way, Maddie is awesome as hell. I remember, I always tell people, like, y'all might not realize this. I actually do remember a lot of the times. Like, you might think, oh, well, how does Blerd keep up with everybody? I try to remember everyone. And Maddie is one of my homegirls from the artist formerly known as Twitter. And, she is migrated over from you have Twitter to like your Threads and Blue Sky. So yeah, y'all go show Maddie some love over there. But yeah, no, I'm just glad I'm not the only one, because apparently folks thought I was crazy. And I actually knew that people were probably gonna think my ass was crazy talking some shit. But I'm glad that there are people out there that got some goddamn sense. These smooth brains out here that are out here ruining it for everybody else. But no.
Shit. Chi-Town Dan might just be the one to ruin it for everybody else with this $2 super chat saying, now hear me out. What if MJ is the new Venom? I wouldn't even read that if it was actually a what if one shot.
Nah, I'm good.
I wouldn't even watch that if it was on What If season 4.
No. I mean, here's the thing. It's oh, man. Can we just let her be Jackpot and be done with it? Can she just be Jackpot and we just leave it at that? Can we just
Jessica said she is throwing the comic away. Bird Nerd said, wouldn't Venom have a feminine body if that were the case? I'm gonna say this real quick, then we can move on. People thought that same thing with Ronan. I'm gonna take y'all back a couple years.
Oh,
remember when nobody knew who the fuck Ronan was? They was trying, and they drew the body all feminine. And then everybody said it was Electro, or no, it's really Echo. It's clearly Echo. And then they take that mask off, and it was goddamn Clinton Barton. Got all of y'all asses when they were clearly drawn with a Coke bottle shape. No, it was Hawkeye.
They did that shit on purpose too. Well, and that's why I often kept saying, like, Venom can look like, okay, by and large, normally when a woman is the host of a symbiote, they usually have a feminine form, but that's not always the case.
Nope.
It's not always the case.
Led y'all all the way to Jeremy Renner. No.
Man. And actually here, I wonder if I still have this image. I remember, and Carter, you probably remember this too, because it was during Dark Reign.
Okay.
During Dark Reign, man, there was a point where this was when Carol was still Ms. Marvel.
She was still Ms. Marvel. Yeah, she was.
Yeah, she was still Ms. Marvel, and she got ate up by that goddamn symbiote, and it took her as like an involuntary host, and that motherfucker was like, "Oh shit, this is lit." that motherfucker was like, "Oh no, I ain't ever giving this shit up."
Motherfucker said Matt Gargan. Who?
That motherfucker. Dude, let me tell you something. When that motherfucker got a taste, when that motherfucker got just a crumb, not a bite, a crumb of Ms. Marvel, that motherfucker lost his whole damn mind. He was like, "Oh yeah, no." He said, "We ain't never going back." He said, he said, the black ass nerve y'all got thinking I'm going back to Matt Gargan. Oh, Ninja, please. But no, but yeah, I don't think I have it anymore, but, I thought I still had it, but yeah, that actually makes me sad. I thought I was better than this, but anyway, all that aside, yeah, it can go a lot of different ways. It really can go a lot of different ways. So just, yeah, what it looks like ain't always what it is. What it looks like ain't always what it is. That said, let's go ahead. Do we have any questions from the Discord?
We got two because I've told you all several times, and see, look, even I got to do it like Ernie. I got to repeat myself. You all know when we do the Blerd Cave, we do this shit every Saturday. So you all need to have questions that you want answered in there at some point in that week before we go live. Because when we go live, I'm only doing what's in there right then. If y'all just start scrambling and typing some shit because y'all hear that blue, I forgot his name just that quick. When you all hear the countdown music, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
No questions ain't getting answered, big dog. Sorry, not sorry. But first question from Flominum saying, Grand Pillsbury Rising, my fellow Doe brethren. What's a delightful surprise casting that caught you off guard? Mine was Tony Baker as the Perm King in Invincible Fight Girl.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lamar. Sky Blue. That's what I wanted to say. A surprise casting for me would actually be, I don't want to call him his Stranger Things name. What's this man's name? David Harbour. Harbour as Frankenstein was a surprise casting for me because I knew Creature Commandos was coming out. But when I tell y'all, I didn't look up nothing else. I just, that was something I can watch whenever the fuck. I actually finished all 7 episodes yesterday. Yeah, that for me surprised me. I was that shocked me. So if we do get these folks in live action, like James Gunn said at one point, is it still going to be David Harbour? That's going to be funny. You getting the Marvel and DC back. You like Idris Elba around.
I mean, I ain't mad at him. Hell, Jamon Hansu was doing the same thing. That motherfucker was Korath the Pursuer and the Wizard in DC. I was like, good Lord, that man out here. I said, is that legal? Is he allowed to get 2 checks? Is he allowed to get a check from Marvel and DC? I don't think that's allowed. I don't think I got to check the charter rules, but I don't think that's allowed. No, I will give you one. I'll give you one. For me, if you want to talk about casting.
Yeah.
It's actually not because I heard it, but more because I just wasn't expecting it. So some of you may know there's this little anime that actually quite literally debuts today. And it's called Sakamoto Days.
Okay.
For those who may or may not be aware, it is about a guy, the titular Sakamoto, who is just living his normal day-to-day life. Store clerk. Got a family, you know, just doing his thing. But he's got a dark past, Carter.
Okay.
This dude used to be one of the most prolific hitmen in the world. I think it debuted on Netflix today. I think today is the day.
Okay.
But I discovered something very interesting, Carter.
Mm.
Did you know that the English voice cast of this show has a wrestler?
No. Who's that?
So Alexa Bliss.
Oh, wow. That's a name I ain't thought about.
Right? Alexa Bliss is the I forget who it. I'm looking it up now to see who it is exactly that she's playing. But I think she's playing Obi-Guru on this here. I'm pulling this up now just to just to kind of, you know, put people, you know, on game. But yeah, Lexi Cabrera, for those who do not know, is under normal circumstances known as Alexa Bliss. She is here. Matter of fact, let me pull this up just so y'all can kind of see who I'm talking about. Okay. But the character in question, and it actually makes sense that she's playing this character, and I'll also pull up Alexa Bliss just so you guys can kind of also have you know, a rough idea of who I'm talking about. So for my non-wrestling fans, this is Alexa Bliss. But the character she is going to be playing is this one. This is who she's going to be playing on the show. Yes, Alexa Bliss is in fact a wrestler. Her government name is Lexi Cabrera.
That's right. She did marry that singing dude. That's right. That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep. Lexi Cabrera. But yeah, she's going to be playing Obi-Guru. So when you hear Obi-Guru's English voice and you wonder why it sounds so familiar, it's because it's her. It her. Yeah, why? That's why.
You know?
So yeah, that's one for me.
All right. Last question from Discord from Trap God Thanos saying, afternoon, Blerd and Carter. I was wondering if you guys are excited about Ultimate Wolverine next week.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Alessandro Campuccio's art in the preview looks good, and a Winter Soldier Wolverine has me hyped. Not gonna lie.
Well,
what'd you think of Big Dog?
Man, look. When I see it, I'll have an opinion, because I mean, at this particular point in time in my life, I just do not have it in me to give too much of a damn about it. Like it's not like, I saw a lot of people losing their shit for it. I'm just kind of like, okay, more Wolverine. Wolverine being a brainwashed super soldier. I haven't seen that before.
Yeah, I think they're more so looking at it because it's actually the Winter Soldier that they're getting more so away from it being Wolverine. They just see that it's Winter Soldier getting the book, even though it's clearly called Ultimate Wolverine.
Right? No, I totally get that part of it. It's just that, like, I would be more excited if it was like, if they were trying to do something different. Like if they were trying to do something like, man, it sucks because, yeah, I like the idea of it not being like traditionally the same old Wolverine as far as the person that it is, but the fact that like it's going to be about roughly the same story. It's just going to be the same story with the serial numbers loosely filed off to fit another character, but in an alternate universe. That part is fine. I think that part's fine. But like, I'm not going to be tripping over myself to read it. I'll put it like that.
Yeah. And yes, Nerd Large, I know there are more questions in the Discord, but since they got added when we started and went live, y'all wait until next week.
Like we said before we started reading the questions. Like we said beforehand. There you go. That's that.
But yeah, that's at the Discord, big dog.
Yep. But you know what we are gonna do is I saw, because people started putting them in a little early, and I tried to catch them as I saw them. And I've been running back and pinning things. Yeah. So we're gonna move on to our questions from the chat. So here we go. First question is, and this was kind of a sad one, so we're gonna start off on a somber note. This question, not sure if you noticed, but overnight, did you know that Sam Moore, the surviving half of 62 Sam and Dave, passed away at 89? They were both well known for the song Soul Man. I did not know this, and now my heart is a little broken because I love that song. But yeah, Sam Moore passed away. God damn, dude, that sucks. That sucks. That fucking sucks. Well,
I can't really say that it sucks because I want to try to make it somewhat like on a more positive note, just because 89, you lived a full life, big dog.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
That's a full life.
No, you're right. There's
no telling.
Yeah.
There's no telling how many women just off that song you played the no pullout game with, big dog. So,
I mean, that's true.
Yeah, you lived a full life. You lived a full life.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. You just, man, yeah, it's still just like, man.
Yeah.
But you know what? We're gonna take that happy. We're gonna go with that happy note. Is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go with the happy note.
Yeah.
And also, man, shout out to Sam Moore. Like I said, you know what? For having lived such a long life. Yeah. And being cool as fuck while he did it.
Yeah, you got to. You know, it was several women that got step 2 at the club while he was doing the 2-step. Do you want to see why I'm the soul man? You know.
No lies detected. But we've also got YTube Noob says, what are your thoughts on the What If Galactus Heralds series? I've been checking it out. They're fine. They're not like I'm not gonna lie. I think I actually said this the other day on Nerds of Culture. I liked the What If comics back in the day. They were not my favorite thing to read though. Like they were very good. Like I would look at them and be like, oh wow, okay, all right, cool. Okay, cool, awesome. Now back to this Avengers and Daredevil and whatnot that I was back to our regularly scheduled programming. Like I liked them, but I was never like, ooh man, this is the best thing ever in the history of ever. So that's kind of the same energy I have for these. Like I mean, they're cool, but I'm not asking for a book. I'm not asking for a full run. I just saw what Gizmo put in the thing. Oh my god. Oh
shout out
my god.
Shout out to the director of S.H.I.E.L.D., Gearless Mo, with the 100 saying, pull out champ 30 years running.
Like quite literally. He's like, yeah, no, they ain't never getting me. He's like, they ain't got me. They ain't gonna get me. They ain't gonna get me.
To answer your question, how do I feel about What If Galactus Herald? I don't feel anything about it because I saw it and kept on walking past that shelf. What If series as a whole, there are 2 I remember. I think it was, and I could be wrong about one of them, but What If Siege, and I remember What If Age of Ultron. I remember the Ultron one specifically because people laughed at the fact that the What If Age of Ultron was actually better than the Age of Ultron that we got.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
I remember it like, okay, so like I said, the things that you would sometimes see would be like, what if what if here's one. Here's an oldie but a goodie. What if Venom had possessed the Punisher? Like, there shit like that. Or what if Peter Parker became the like it's shit like that. It's stuff that
he has to whip pistols.
and every bullet.
We got to move Gearless Mo. Gearless Mo don't need to be a part of that cover.
No, he don't need to be a part of that foolishness. He's better than this.
The only What If story that I actually own, it ain't even called What If, but it's a What If story. Spider Shadow from that Chip Zdarsky Spider-Man Omni. That is
Yep.
the only what if story I own.
That I give you that. And honestly, I think that's all you need. It's why I kept telling people, like, that's why, like, I don't know what people, because that was actually why we were even talking about what if on Thursday, was because Thwistles. Oh my god, no, I'm done. Whips. No, that's enough. That's enough. Stop it. I'm not gonna allow this.
Gross.
Like, even the Watcher is sitting out here.
I have seen everything that has ever happened, ever will happen, ever could happen, and yet, what the hell is this?
That's like, even he's saying it. So for me, for me, I just want to take us to the next era, but I'm gonna say right here, Sorry, G says, question, did they ever touch on Thanos' dark gauntlet that Thor saw in a dream or prophecy? Sort of. The whole Black Infinity Stone thing.
The Infinity Stone that, or with the Mjolnir that had Infinity Stones in it.
It's so yes and no. They're kind of still actively doing it, but it's so spread out and not in any one singular contained place that I would forgive anyone for not keeping up with it.
I think that all of that shit was, I think Grunbeck touched on it, but I think a lot of that was in the mind of Donny Cates, and who's to say that it is even there now after that accident. So I think a lot of that is what if, honestly.
It is what they say on, it's what they call on TV tropes, an aborted story arc. So we got one here from Mutel. It says, question, not sure if you saw mine, but thoughts on the new champions. So funny you ask. Funny that you ask. I actually thought about doing a video for it, but like kind of similarly to what happened this week, where I just decided to just have segments on the Blerd Cave about those particular titles, which I think that's probably going to be the way going forward for stuff like that. I enjoyed the new champions. We actually will probably be talking a little bit more about the new champions here coming up on a future episode, because of there's a character that's on the team. It's not a secret. It's not a secret. This is something that has technically been hinted at. We've known about this for a while, but there's a character that's going to be a part of the new champions called Gold Tiger. Now, if that name sounds familiar, you're like, wait a minute. Gold Tiger. Okay, so she's not Black Tiger. Okay, cool. You know, good on Marvel for not taking the easy the easy naming conventions. But the reason why this name is of particular import is because she is in fact a Wakandan character, and her name is a reference to what Black Panther was originally going to be called. She's even got a costume very similar. Originally, Black Panther was originally supposed to be Cold Tiger. Cold Tiger. That was going to be his name. They even went as far as to introducing. It's kind of a the costume I'm okay with. That
I thought your ass was saying Gold Tiger, not cold.
Well, okay, so
COAL.
Yeah. Cold.
That right there is kind of fucked.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, okay, so here's the thing. This is Coal Tiger, as in like the coals that you put in your grill if you still rock like that. But her name is going to be Gold. Okay. Her name is going to be Gold Tiger. Okay. But she has not she made her debut in I think she might have actually shown up previously, but I know for a fact that like she showed up at the end, towards the end of the new Champions book. I will say this. I am going to take back some things that I said about that Champions title. Like I kind of had implied, like, or I won't even say implied, but I straight up said that, like, I was like, this is going to be one of those things that I think on its face is what a lot of people are just going to assume that it is going to be. That's going to be one of those books that's going to be kind of cringe, is probably not going to really bring anything to the table that doesn't feel like forced. But it actually is not. I actually enjoyed this issue. As a matter of fact, it made me go back. Moves that way just a little bit. But it made me go back. I actually forgot that I had seen these characters before. A lot of these characters before this was even solicited, because they appeared in the Spider-Woman series. And we all know that I have a weird obsession with Spider-Woman for whatever reason. But I mean, you know, I saw the Anaconda cover, so I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Y'all remember. Y'all remember the Anaconda cover, the one where she was basically in the Nicki Minaj pose with the ass up in the air.
Okay, I got you. I was just gonna say, see, I want to give this book a chance, but seeing Spider Boy right there, just gross.
Well, I will say this: all the characters are very interesting. Spider Boy's not focused on very much in this first issue.
Thank the Lord.
Spider Boy is one of those acquired tastes. Like, you either like that you either hate that motherfucker, or you eventually learn to like him. I am kind of in the learned to tolerate him category.
There you go.
I have learned to tolerate him.
I wish your ass would say I was learning to like him. Boy, I left right there.
Tolerate. I tolerate. Well, it's because, you know, Spider Boy is one of those characters that, like, when Spider Boy is not the focus, I think he's fine. You cannot get me to enjoy that Spider Boy solo series, but like when Spider Boy is like just hanging out around, like a Spider Boy popped up in some of the 8 deaths of Spider-Man.
Over there somewhere.
Yeah, like he shows up for a little bit and then gets on up out. Like he shows up for he shows up for a few panels, gets the fuck on up out. That's how you use Spider Boy. But one thing I'll definitely say is, like, the new not Moon Knight character. I like the setup for that character. The kind of not Ghost Rider character. I like the setup for that. The story for
Magneto. Who is Magneto?
Magneto. We haven't gotten to her yet. She, I think, is going to be in the next issue. She's going to get some. I will tell you right now, the motherfucker who is not Ms. Marvel, that motherfucker kind of gets on my nerves. I'm not terribly crazy about him just yet. But all the rest of the characters are, I'm like, okay, yeah, they're fine. Hellrune is a little angsty, but for good reason. It's because you know, she's an orphan. So I mean that, yeah. Moon Squire. Thank you. Moon Squire. Moon Squire is, well, and what I liked about Moon Squire, and something that I kind of didn't realize from before, because while we got to see a lot of these characters in the Spider-Woman series, we didn't get to see them as developed quite as much as I would have liked. And I actually forgot Moon Squire's a whole brother. Whole brother. So yeah, I was like, dude, cool. I like it. I dig it. I in fact can get jiggy with this. I can, in fact, get jiggy with it. So, yeah, I'll be keeping an eye on it. But I will definitely say when issue number 2 comes out, we're actually going to talk about that one a little bit, just because I feel like there'll be a little bit more to go to. Let's take a look at, we got one here from Screwface poses question. If you could take one DC character and put them in the Marvel Universe and vice versa, who would you pick and why?
I feel like we did this not too long ago.
We did, sort of, but you know what? Here's what I'll say. Here's what I will say. I don't know if I'm going to give the same answer, but I'm going to give it.
Okay.
If I could take a character, if I could take characters and swap them, what I would like to do is I would take Blue Beetle and completely remove him from DC. I feel like DC don't really know what to do with him all the time.
My question don't even work no more. Or my answer don't even work no more, funny enough.
Why is
I
that?
remember my answer. My answer was I would take Green Lanterns and put them at Marvel so Al Ewing could write them.
Oh, yeah. But now Al Ewing, he's writing absolute Green Lantern, so you ain't got to worry about that now. You're good. But you know what? I tell you what, I do think your answer still holds a lot of weight, though, because I think, like, Green Lanterns in a Marvel universe would be pretty fucking dope, especially considering that Marvel has always been trying to make space cops a thing and have never really done particularly well with it. Like, the Nova Corps just don't hit Nova Corps don't hit like the Green Lantern Corps does. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. So yeah, actually, you know what? That's my answer. I like that answer better. I like the Green Lantern, Green Lanterns in Marvel. But as for who would go to DC,
Yeah.
man, who would go to DC? You know what? I tell you what. A character I think would actually be right at home in DC would be Thor. Thor would be perfectly at home in DC.
Hell yeah, you would. I'll
Like-
give you one better than that, or I'll give you one as well if we're going that route. Ghost Rider. Put his ass right in Gotham.
Man.
That's a book. That's a book right there, dog.
Hey, and you know what? You're the best part about that too. You could completely tie in Ghost Rider with the Spectre. You can easily do it because I mean they're practically the same character, just one has a flaming skull, the other doesn't.
Yeah.
You could actually easily make Ghost Rider the spirit of vengeance of the DC Comics universe, and it would make all the sense. Like it would make all the sense. Keep Deadpool far the fuck away from DC. I saw that statement.
Keep Static far the fuck from Marvel.
Yeah,
I
please.
do not want to see Static at Marvel just so we can have one person put his ass in the background of a goddamn cookout panel. No. No.
Stop.
No.
Stop. Because
I
I'm
don't
gonna tell
wanna
you.
only read Static from a fucking Infinity book. No. I don't want him in the background next to the Asian person, that the only Asian person you got in there. No.
I matter of fact, not no, hell fucking no. Because I'm gonna tell you what would happen to him. I can actually tell you what would happen to Static if they actually took Static. Like, and I mean, when I say took Static, I mean actually took him and put him in a book, in an actual, like, Marvel title. What would happen is they would just stick him in the background ever so often just so they could keep you, just so they could say, like, here, I got the perfect panel. Right here. This is the perfect panel. This right here. This is what they would do. This is the type of bullshit they would do. This is the type of bullshit they would do. Y'all see lightning right there?
Mm-hmm.
Just replace lightning with Static. Notice that she is not saying anything. She's just there. Hey, we forgot to put lightning in this issue. Hey, can you just draw her in the background right quick so we could say that she was here? I bet. Yeah, no, stop that shit. Don't y'all dare. Do not dare. No, you don't. Anyway, I think that's it. That's every question, I think.
Cool.
I think that's every question. I'm just gonna say this. I think we have. Let me double check myself on this before I speak out of turn. Let me double check. I don't want to speak out of turn on this, but I tell you what. You know what, you guys? If you guys really want to help the channel out, there's a video that is gonna go live. I think it's gonna go live after we go off the air. I think it's gonna go live after we go off the air. I think that's what we're doing. I think that's what we're doing. And as a matter of fact, I think that you should go check this video out. And I know Carter is also going to agree. Because it's a book that he and I have both been quite fond of. That I'm going to be talking about. So the video in question is going to be the long-awaited Stray Dogs debut. So we are so this is going to be going up. Let's see, has Moreira revealed any new titles of the next Storm issues? He is not, but I will say this. I have seen the moment that the Eternal Storm arrives. That's all I'll say. I've seen it. That's all I can say. I've seen it in all its uncolored glory. That's all I can say.
When is
Solid.
this? When is this Stray Dogs video popping up? I actually want to see what people say about this. I wonder how many people are gonna give that book a chance.
I'm gonna push it live. I'm gonna push it live as soon as we go off the air. As soon as we go off the air, I'll make it live. So please, people, if you would if you're interested in, you know, I don't know, comics that aren't your typical Marvel DC fare. If you're interested in comics that you know, I don't know, something different. Yeah, something different.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say. Something that, you know, isn't you know, off the beaten path a little bit. These are the things that that I would suggest. You know, so this is going to be one of those things, and I hope y'all enjoy it. I hope y'all dig it. And also keep it locked, because there's going to be more. There's going to be some more videos on the way. I think right now, as it stands, Robo's still working on the Absolute Batman #4 video, and he's also going to be working on the video that I've been kind of teasing off and on for a little bit about some of Tom Brevoort's comments about Black X-Men characters. And there's a few others that are kind of out there in the wind that are they're going to be, yeah. You'll see him. You'll see him. You'll see him. That said, Carter, do you have anything that you want to?
I'm literally gonna go to the comic shop after we are done here, and I'll probably call you when I'm there.
Okay.
And I'm actually gonna do right by y'all and actually stream today. I'm gonna actually do the Sifu shit I said I was going to do last week. So yeah, I'm gonna do that when I get back. I may or may not have new books. I don't know, but yeah, that's my plan.
Oh, he said it. He said it, man. He said, "Look, we might have some new shit.
Yeah,
we might have some new books, y'all." Actually, shit. All bullshit aside, I'll probably have some new books. Oh God. But yeah, it's I think all in all, I think you all are going to enjoy this one, and I hope that you all, when you do, make sure before you leave up out of here, make sure you go hit that like button. Make sure you haven't done so already. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so. I got new videos coming out all the time. And yeah, just keep it locked here. We'll be back next week for another round of the Blerd Cave, and Carl and I'll be back talking more shit. I'll be back this coming Thursday as well for Nerds of Culture, and I believe because I believe the 13th and 14th, I got a couple of interviews coming up Monday and Tuesday, so yeah. I'm gonna be doing that, so make sure y'all keep it locked for those as well. Ms. T. Franklin, who was the writer for the Harley Quinn, was it the Eat Bang Love miniseries that was a kind of, you know, a part of the Harley Quinn animated series universe. She's gonna be coming back to talk about something that I actually have no knowledge about, at least as far as the new stuff goes. She's got a My Little Pony series coming up, so we'll be talking about that. And then I forget who is going to be on the day after, because all my wires are crossed, but just know there's going to be a lot of talking. But that said, for everyone in the chat, my lurkers, my chatters, my super chatters, all my people, Earth's Mighty subscribers, Earth's Mighty patrons, Blerd Club, and all my Blerd Cohens out there, thank y'all so much for supporting the show and being here every week and listening to us talk shit and all that good stuff. And I will see you for Carter Presents I'm the Blerd Without Fear. And Hulk Hogan, you can still go to hell.
Bye.